Theme Park Tycoon 2 has some incredible creations, and today I'm checking out the best theme parks I've ever showcased on my channel. So sit back, relax, and let's begin with a giant fantasy theme park. And I suppose the best place to start right here would actually be this entrance, which looks absolutely incredible right here. I've always loved this entrance, and if you don't actually know, this is a reimagined version of an old park, one of the first showcases I ever did, actually. And yeah, this entrance is absolutely stunning. We can even walk over here. There's some really nice tables, a nice little restaurant over here with some really lovely views of this lake. But we're not here for views of lakes, are we? So I reckon we actually walk through this lovely entrance right here and onto this absolutely gorgeous main street. I mean, look at this, guys. The Disney Castle, great, but massive waterfall, even better. And we've actually got one of the roller coasters right there. I mean, look at that timing. That is impeccable. There it goes over there. But this park also has a ton more roller coasters. And like I said, we're going to be checking them all out today. And you know what, seeing as there are so many coasters for me to check out right here, we're actually going to come back to this main street. And I'm going to go check out this coaster over here first. Which I believe to get to this, we just need to run through here with all of these lovely benches, seats, everything. We've even got some really nice rides here. Eventually, we actually get over to Mondberg right here, which is our first coaster of the video. Ooh, look at this lovely little centerpiece. So let's just run through this queue right here, and I'm guessing up into the station right here. There we go. And we got a long old train. We got a lovely station, lots of smoke, and it's leaving. It's going without me, actually. That's, okay. Well, guys, it's fine. Here comes another train, and I reckon without further ado, we actually get straight into our first coaster of the video. And there we go. What an amazing coaster right there. Absolutely loved it. I've got to say, I love the little scenes where you're going through all the caves and stuff like that. Really cool. And a great first coaster to start off with, but definitely not the best in this park because we've got some genuinely jaw-dropping coasters coming up. I mean, look at these ones that are on the screen right now. Oh my god, guys. But before we actually go over to those other coasters right here, we have missed a lot of stuff right here, including that main street. So let's work our way back. That's this really lovely little balloon ride right here. Very nicely decorated as well. We've even got Ethereal Waterway right here, which we're going to go in on a little bit later because that's a really nice boat ride that goes apparently around the whole park. But back over to the main street right here where we have some really lovely buildings. Absolutely love this main street. You can see we've got lots of little seating areas, just tons of nice buildings. And my favorite part, guys, Kosii's Cookies, baby. Woo! Oh my god, guys. 10 out of 10. Incredible park. Let's actually run in right here and let's check this out. And yeah, this looks incredible inside right here. We got my guy, Chippy. Chippy is everywhere, guys. He's inevitable. But yeah, no, this is really well done right here. We've got, as you can see, some little, I guess, ice cream right here, actually. I don't know. Oh, cookies. The blue cookies. But oh, yeah, really cool little addition right here. And then, obviously, we can go run around here. And we've still got a ton more buildings. You can see actually into the Kosii Cookies right there. Wow. And then from there, we've got a bunch of different branching pathways. And I'm actually not sure where to go first here, but I would like to just firstly point out this view here is absolutely immaculate. But actually, you know what, guys, I reckon we should probably go back around here then, seeing as we've already been up this way. And you know what, guys, seeing as this is a big park and apparently it goes around the whole park right here, I think we jump on Ethereal Waterway next. And here we are in this very simple but really, really lovely station. Let's jump on a boat and let's check this out. And here we go, guys. Off this little ramp right here and into the water we go. By the way, such a cool idea, this. That you could actually go around the park in this lovely little boat and we can actually see another one of the coasters, which this might be my favorite one of the park. Maybe we'll actually even get some lovely shots of it. Oh, guys, can the coaster just come round? Because, I mean, like, look at this angle. You can literally, like, high-five the people above you. You know, I'm not sure that's really very safe, but, yeah, really cool. You can get some crazy angles. Imagine this in real life, actually, just being able to be like this. Oh, there it goes. Oh, my God. Oh, there it actually is again. I love how we're also weaving between all these supports. And, oh, there it is. Look, guys, high-five. And here we are, guys, underneath the bridge. I wonder if Malabooma's mum's here. Get it, guys, because she looks like a troll. Sorry, I shouldn't be bullying the guy. He can't even insult me back. That's just mean. I'm sorry, Malabooma's mum. And then now we're actually coming into a different section right here, which is kind of like a bit of a factory-themed section. It's got a really, really cool boat ride there, though, which I'm really looking forward to as well. But with that, I think I actually see the station right there. What a really lovely ride. A really cool idea as well. Gives you a bit of a behind the scenes, and I know where I want to actually go next. And to get there, we're going to head back this way, and then here we are. We've got Crown's Gate. There it is. Oh my God, my time is impeccable today. But oh yeah, it's this incredible intimate new gen right here, which, yeah, it looks really good. And all around it, we've got these really cool buildings right here. Really nice atmosphere around here. Very, very cool. And here is the entrance. And this coaster is called Lifer. I don't know, guys. But we will head into the entrance right here. Lovely cattle pen. Beautiful, guys. But we do have this really nice view, of course, of the coaster right here, which, yeah, really cool. And then if we just head through here, we've actually got the entrance. Some lovely chandeliers and everything. And the train's already ready. So, guys, no messing around, no waiting about. Let's jump on the coaster. And there we go, guys. Wow, what an incredible ride. Even got some of the new track options on right there, which is really cool to see. Love that. And yeah, just a really well-rounded ride right there. Really cool. And there it goes again. Honestly, they should give me an award for how great my time it is today. Look at that. And well, with that, guys, I do just want to have a little bit more of a wander through this area, seeing because there are some other stuff in here, as well as the, 9,000 buildings, of course, which there are a lot of buildings. Oh my God. We've also got Iron Twist right here, which is just a simple, nice little twister. Fair enough. And then all the way around here, it looks like there's actually something round here. I'm not sure what it is, though. We got lots more buildings. Nice little path. Ah, does this go to these? Well. Look at this. This is a very scenic path. Look at that, man. And yeah, we've actually got these launch free falls right here, which I must say, this looks great with the two of them next to each other. Really nice. Very cool. But less talking about launch free falls right here, guys. Let's head back over to the entrance area, because believe it or not, we have still only explored half of this theme park. We've still got an entire other half of the park to look at. And well, I think we're going to leave this area right here till last, because this has got the really cool boat ride, which is, I think, the crown jewel of this park. So before that, I actually want to head up this big hill right here, because I've heard there's actually a spinning coaster up here called Crown. I don't know, guys. Okay, we got the entrance here, though. Ooh, look at this, guys. We've got a very wheelchair accessible hill right here. And that actually brings us straight up into the station right here, where, well, this only runs one train because it's a boomerang coaster. But guys, you already know how this works by now. Without further ado, let's jump on this thing right here. Well, what a lovely, lovely ride that was right there. I can't say I've ever seen a Launch Mac Extreme spinning boomerang coaster before, but pretty good idea, I can't lie. Yeah, a really lovely fit into this tiny little area, and we even got a couple glimpses of that boat ride over there, which, yeah, I mean, you can just see by that castle alone. What the hell, man? So, you know what, guys? I think we're actually going to head down this hill once again. And before we do go into this new area right here, I do just want to turn this night because this has got some really cool lighting at night. And well, look at this, man. This is just incredible, isn't it? You could just see this entire entrance area and then actually coming into this main street. It's all just so beautiful. Even got the train over there. Oh, lovely stuff. And then if we just come into Crown's Gate, man, the lighting in here is insane. Just wait till you see this castle over here. If we actually go up here, you can see just a little bit of it there. Man, look at this. It's so cool. It's so cool, isn't it? Even got the coaster coming through. Again, impeccable timing. Give me an Emmy. Give me a trophy. I don't know. Just give me something. And you can see that the whole park is really nicely lit up. There is not a spot in this park that isn't beautifully lit, which is including this section right here, which is... What are the names in this park, man? Have a win? Man, what the heck? Whatever, it's fine, guys. And we're actually gonna have a look at this one at nighttime, because this has also got some really cool lighting. I mean, just look at this. This is just gorgeous. We've got this chair swing right here, which we saw earlier. Very, very cool. And then, of course, over here, guys, we have Journey to Forbidden Time. Dun, 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 dun. So dramatic, guys. Wonderful stuff. And before we do jump on this, I just want to point out this ride looks insane at nighttime. I'll show a little bit up on the screen right now. And if you do want to actually check out all the coasters and rides in this park, you can actually become a member by clicking that join button just down below, and you get access to hundreds of member-only POVs like this park right here. Don't know what that accent was about, but yes, it supports me a lot, and it means you unlock a bunch of stuff, including your name at the end of the video. But enough of the spiel right here. Let's set it back to daytime, and let's head into Journey to Forbidden Time. Through the entrance we go, and let's go through this queue line. Giving me some major Fly vibes with this queue, I can't lie. Very, very cool. Oh yeah, even in here as well, we got like the fancy glowing orb. Ooh. All right, let's run through here, through these staircases, and then that brings us into the station, which is really cool, actually. I love this station. But guys, it is obviously time to jump on this boat ride right here. Enjoy. Wow, what a majestic ride right here. Absolutely incredible. I loved some of the scenes in there. Those are really, really cool. And yeah, definitely up there as one of the best boat rides I've ever been on in Theme Park Tycoon 2. I mean, like, how could I say otherwise, guys? But other than that, we do actually have some really nice decoration all around here, some other stuff, but there is one last thing I want to check out right here. And that is all the way on the other side of the park. I'm going to do it through the magic of editing right here. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, and would you look at that? We're on a completely different plot. Funny how that works, isn't it? But here we are. Welcome to a massive show right here. This show is like over 10 minutes long, I believe. And it takes up single-handedly the entire plot. I mean, I'm trying to walk around this whole thing right here. We're going to be here a while. And while I'm not going to show the entire show right here because that would take incredibly long, this video will be like double the length. But what I am going to do right here is show you a teaser of the show. And then I'll tell you in just a second how you can actually see this full, gigantic show. But before we start, guys, we need to do one thing, and that is, of course, turn it night. Oh my god, that's bright. Now my avatar actually looks like me in real life, guys. Well, that's crazy, actually. And without further ado, guys, let's let him know, and let's start the show. And here we go, guys. I've heard it is starting, and this actually has a custom soundtrack. I know, it's kind of crazy that this has a completely custom soundtrack. But I'm not gonna lie, guys, I don't know where I should be looking, because this has a lot of things in it, including fireworks, I think water, a bunch of other stuff. But right now, you know, guys, now we're just woo-hoo-hoo, yeah. Woo. Oh, okay. Something is happening, guys. Everything has gone blue. Oh, I think we're starting. Okay, we've got some fires. Oh, God, I need to zoom out this. Oh, so much is going on all at once. I don't even want to start to think how long this entire thing took. I mean, this is like 10 minutes long. And look, we've got some fountains here. What an incredible fantasy park to start off with. But next, we're switching it up and checking out a train-themed park with a surprise coaster. Today, we're checking out this amazing train theme park in Theme Park Tycoon 2, featuring a super unique indoor coaster with a twist and much more. But without further ado, let's take a look. And here we are in this very interesting and cool park. As you can see, we've got our very first roller coaster right here. We've got another roller coaster right behind us here. And then we've also got another roller coaster, which is kind of hidden underground because this is a very cool indoor coaster. And we're going to be checking out all that today. But first, I reckon we start off with this coaster here in the middle, because this looks really cool. I love this hot air balloon that he's got right here, and you can see there's a massive train model. As you'll see, of course, this entire park is basically themed to trains right here, and you'll see some really cool train models throughout, like this one here, which is the MPH 36PH-3C. Wow, what a catchy name. But anyway, very cool train rides here. Let's head straight into the entrance. No messing around in this showcase, guys. We're getting straight into it, because we've got quite a lot to look at today as well. Straight off the bat, this is a really cool queue here. I love the details right here with this trash can. Oh, and we can even see the interior of this train right here. He's even modeled all the little knobs and stuff. Now, that's what I call attention to detail. Look at all of this. This is like a train enthusiast heaven, isn't it? Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to look at everything like that today, because there are so many amazing things that I'm sure the train enthusiasts will absolutely love. Of course, we're also here for the roller coasters. And here we are in the station. This is a really cool station. It does give me a lot of train station vibes. I don't know if this is based off of another train station. It very well might be. But regardless, here comes the train. I reckon we jump straight on right here. Okay, and here we go straight off the bat into a little nice turn here before the launch. And yeah, here we go straight into this launch right here. A really cool catwalk and right into this inversion right here, or immolment, or I'm really good with my coaster terminology, aren't I, guys? Another little overbank sort of turn right there. Then we've got a nice corner right here. Oh, into a second launch, which goes over a nice bump. That is really cool. Those sort of launches in real life are so incredibly sick. Going past that hot air balloon right there as well, which looks really nice. And some more turns right here. This isn't the fastest roller coaster, I will say that. Like, I feel like it could be maybe a tiny bit faster without it being, you know, much worse, because right now it does kind of go through this quite sluggish. But we've got a nice roll over the station back there into a nice corner right here, and I'm guessing this goes then straight into the break room right here. And he's also got this really nice transfer track right here, which is a really cool detail, as well as a maintenance shed. Yeah, this is a really cool roller coaster. And I've got to say as well, I love the color scheme with the train. That is really nice. But yeah, there is our first roller coaster for today. I really like that. I'd say a pretty good start to this park, not gonna lie, guys. But anyway, I just also want to check out this little storage maintenance shed right here, because you can see, just look at how much decoration and detail's gone into this. It's got this full-on transfer track right here going into it, which, I mean, yeah, just look at all the details with all the rails. He's even got the wheels on right here. And then, of course, this has a shed right here where it's stored in with all the supports. This is just such a realistic and really cool park. Like, I can actually imagine a park like this existing in real life, which is quite a cool thing about it, I guess. Other than the hot air balloon, which is just mysteriously floating in place. But, you know, I mean, That's possible, probably. Anyway, let's head through the exit right here, which goes under this silo. I completely missed this. I don't know how. That is really cool looking there. But let's head down the exit right here underneath this second launch, which was really good, by the way. If you've never been on a launch like that in real life, oh my god, it is forceful. Have I actually gone through the exit right here? Because this feels like it's longer than the actual queue. Wait, yeah, no, that is the exit. Wow, this is a very long exit. I'll say that. I don't know why there's a cattle pen for the exit. I'm a little bit confused about that. I'm not gonna lie, guys. But yeah, we got a nice water tower here as well, around this kind of helixy sorts of element. Ooh, also, look at this. What is that down there? I think that might be part of the indoor coaster, which we're gonna be checking out at the end. So keep on watching if you want to see that, because that is genuinely the best indoor coaster I think I've seen in Theme Park Tycoon 2. So I hope you guys are excited for that, because I sure am. Okay, but before we head on to our next roller coaster here, because we kind of just went straight into a roller coaster, I do just want to check out this entrance area and some of this area around here, because you can see this is actually like a full-on park. It's not just free roller coasters. This is a proper decorated park. We have this super cool entrance here, which he says is based off of Amsterdam Schiphol. Schiphol. It's the train station in Amsterdam. Honestly, I don't think I can ask Timon again to help me out with this. He already helped me in the left Skeena Park. I can't ask him again. But yeah, really, really grand entrance and super cool looking. I mean, the amount of details and decoration on this again is really, really cool. And of course, we also have some signs here that just say, welcome to Rail World. So let's head back into the park once again, I guess, guys. We also have some signs right here. You can see that there is a Not Me's Naan Bread, which is the most random shop ever. And then we have the thing that's copying, which is Kosii's Cookies. I'm excited to check out another Kosii's Cookies. It's always a nice bonus when we see one of those in a showcase video, isn't it? But we're going to be checking out those shops a little bit later, because now I want to go on this coaster right here, which is a completely beyond vertical coaster here. Super, super cool looking, and is actually themed to the Polar Express, which I'm sure a lot of you know that movie. I mean, it's a very famous animated movie. So yeah, I believe this is the entrance right here. We've got a nice kind of height guide here. And I've also got to say, before we head in, these fences look really, really cool. But let's head into the queue right here. Kind of similar to the previous queue in a way. But of course, it's more themed to like the Christmassy sort of look. Ah, look at that view right there, just going over the track. Both sides have got a really cool view. And just the interaction between these three coaster tracks just kind of weaving in and out of each other. That is a really, really cool thing. Unfortunately, I have the TikTok attention span though, so I can't be bothered to wait here for it to come round. So let's head over here, which I believe, yes, this is the station right here, giving me Santa's workshop vibes. I have no idea why that could be, guys. Maybe it's because it's Polar Express. That would make a lot of sense, actually, yeah. Okay, but let's head in right here and let's jump straight onto this coaster. And off we go right here. We got a little bit of a woo-woo. What are these called? A chicane. We got a little chicane. See, guys, I know my coaster elements. And then, of course, we're going up this massive vertical lift hill, which are very, very fun things in real life. The Smiler's vertical lift hill. That one is, yeah, it's a bit scary. I'm not gonna lie, guys. It's a bit scary. But here we go over the really big vertical drop right there, and off we go into this, I think, what is a Cobra roll here, which is a super cool way to start a coaster right here. And then we're going over into a kind of stall-ish sort of element right here around this corner. I love the terrain work that he's done here. Oh, and into a nice cave there. That was very, very quick, but really nicely themed there. We've got our very first mid-course break run, because, of course, you know, this is a beyond vertical coaster. Through the bloody roof of that building, Christ. And then we've got a nice roll right here. That was very, very smooth. Into the cave again. Okay, very, very cool. And then, sadly, we're going straight into the break run there. But that was a very, very cool coaster. I still think the multi-launch might be my favorite coaster so far, but that might actually change once we get to that indoor coaster. Not gonna lie, guys. And look at this. We've even got a nice operator booth right here as well, with some big buttons. Can I press the button? I can press the button, but it doesn't do anything. Anyway, let's head down the exit right here. And now, just before we go on that indoor coaster right here, I do just want to explore the rest of the park first, because we've still missed out on quite a lot of stuff here. For example, right here, we've got these cable cars. I don't know if this really goes anywhere. I don't think so. I think it's mainly just for decoration here. Although I do know the creator of this park actually has run out of MB, which might be why this kind of just goes nowhere. I'm guessing he was probably planning for something, but it just unfortunately couldn't happen, of course. But yeah, really cool little area right here. You can even watch the cable car go up and the coaster as well. Yeah, really, really cool, honestly. And over here, we can see we've got the Not Me's Naan Bread. Now, this is actually a really cool building. I love these sort of banners that he's put all around it. This fits really nicely. And you can see in here, we've got the different types of naan bread. We've got plain, spicy, and hot. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Those do look pretty hot, to be fair. And then we just have vegan, which is just grass, banana, and wood. What do you mean? Wood naan bread? I don't think that's a thing, guys. But yeah, we got a checkout counter right here. Some nice shelves with some kind of cups and plates. And then if we come in here, we've got a bunch of seating. This is a really cool little space, I think. And all the outdoor seating here as well in this little area over there. And I really like it. I especially like these labs. If anyone wants some inspiration for some labs, hey, Here you go. Steal them, because these are really cool lamps. Don't actually steal them, though, guys. That's me. Don't steal stuff, okay? I'm not sure what this is right here, but one of you guys probably will know down below, because it's probably something train related. So you guys will have to let me know down below. And if not, then I guess we'll just never know. We also have a really cool balloon flat ride right here. Nothing too special with the theming. It's just kind of some fences and stuff, but it still looks really cool nevertheless. I love all the floor patterns and stuff like that. It works really nice. And of course, it's a great placement in this kind of corner here. Anyway, the very last thing we have to show off right here before we go onto this underground, which of course is the indoor coaster. Well, we've got a bit of a British area to the park right here. I actually really love this. It kind of feels like Disney's Epcot in a, you know, weird way. And of course, part of that is Kosii's Cookies. And oh my God, I love this so much. It feels like an actual coffee shop. Like this just, yeah, it works so well. This might actually be one of my favorite Kosii's Cookies I've ever seen in the game, especially because it's in a British terraced house. I mean, how can I not love that, guys? Although I will say, it is smaller than Not Me's Nombre. I think I've been scammed here, guys. Personally, I think I've been scammed. No, this is really cool, though. I love all the little details. Look, the little cakes and the little... Oh, this is so cool. Although I will say, there is a distinct lack of cookies for a place called Kosii's Cookies, guys. Anyway, regardless, that is really nice. Honestly, it probably is one of my favorite Kosii's Cookies. I love that. And then around the back here, you can see there's even some little, like, terraced areas at the back, as well as a really cool view of the coaster. Is it gonna come is the question. No, I meant is the coaster gonna come around? I meant is the coaster gonna come around the corner? Not... Oh, here it is. I think it's coming around now. Yeah, look at that. That is a really cool view of this coaster. We're going to be jumping on that very, very soon here. Although first, of course, we've also got another underground station right here. Let's take a look inside because it just looks pretty black.
Based on what?
Okay, I thought this was just going to be completely empty, to be honest. But never mind. Let's head over here, guys. I really love this sort of pier area. And of course, we've got a nice swinging ship here. I'm not going to lie, maybe not the most realistic because it's just like a path with no fences just on the exit and the entrance right here. But anyway, I reckon it's actually time to finally get on this roller coaster right here. So let's head down the entrance right here. This is, of course, themed to the London Underground, which I know very well, unfortunately. And so far, this is, yeah, it's pretty realistic, you know, just caved in at the end with rock, flashing red lights, you know, everything going wrong. Oh, yeah, no, this looks a lot like London Underground, guys. Okay, no, but really, this is a really, really, really cool entrance to a roller coaster right here. Just the immersion of walking through this maintenance corridor and then coming down here, and you see we've got a train. And I'm guessing we need to just continue down here, walk up these stairs, and let's see. Ooh, we could even look at the coaster going underneath us right here, because of course in this station, you can also see it going past right there, which is a really cool sight. Unfortunately, again, I have TikTok attention span. I can't be bothered to wait, guys. We've got some more little sneak peeks down there. I don't know what's down there. Ooh, and look at this here. Oh, this is so cool looking. Oh my God. I'm really excited, guys. I'm really excited. I don't know if you can tell. All right, down here we go. The immersion, again, is just insane. I feel like I'm actually in a London Underground station. I completely forgot for a second that we're in the rest of the theme park. That's just how much detail and how much immersion's in this so far. Okay, but here we are. We're finally in the London Underground station right here. Which I've got to say, yeah, this looks a lot like a London Underground station. I mean, this is literally just the London Underground. And you can see we can actually also enter the train right here and look around. There's a bunch of really cool details. Like, look in here again. He's modeled the whole train. But this isn't even the station yet. We're still in the queue. Can you believe it? This is what I mean by this is definitely the best indoor coaster in Theme Park Tycoon 2. Just the queue alone is better than a lot of roller coasters in Theme Park Tycoon 2. I am so immersed, and we've still got more queue to go, guys. Actually, no, I lied. We're in the station now. I completely lied to you guys. Whoopsie daisies. Okay, but here we are on the station. We've got the big, beefy Bliss. Editor, put some sexy music over that. Yeah. Oh, it's the Victoria station now. Ooh, that's not... Ooh. Okay, but without further ado, guys, I reckon we wait for this train to come back here, and then let's jump straight onto our very last coaster for the video. All right, and here we are, guys, on the roller coaster. I am really looking forward to this. I can already just tell this is going to be super epic, and straight away, we've got to launch right out of the station. And look at this already. I absolutely love this. It kind of, you know... Well, not kind of. It just actually does look like a London Underground tunnel, you know? And here we go. We're arriving into a station right here, but we've got a red light. Well, guys, I guess we're gonna stop. Uh-oh, it turned green again. Okay, now this is really cool, though. We're actually just popping straight out here. And this is the overground section where we actually saw before. There's the fences where we were waiting before, guys. And then we go straight back underground into some more tunnels right here. Doing a couple more corners right here. And uh-oh, danger zone. Oh, we've slowed down a bit right here. This is feeling a lot more older. This just it looks so cool. Oh my God. Wait, it's actually a tunnel boring machine. Okay, this is... What is going on? Guys, I'm confused. viewers, what's going on right here? This is crazy. All right, we're going through a couple more corners. Then we're back into some more newer tunnels here. Although just before, I'm pretty sure I saw a switch track here. Okay, and we're back into the station right here. That was such a cool roller coaster. Unfortunately, in my opinion, it's a bit short, but it is what it is, honestly. I think it really does a good job of telling its story and stuff like that. And honestly, yeah, that is definitely my favorite indoor coaster. I think I've seen in Theme Park Tycoon 2. I may be forgetting one, but I'm pretty sure this is my favorite now. Especially just the queue, the atmosphere of the ride and all that sort of stuff. And then, of course, we just come back up on these escalators right here, straight back out. I'm not gonna lie, this does look a bit more like the actual, entrance to the ride than this here, but, it is what it is, I guess. A really, really cool coaster. You guys will have to let me know what you think down below of all three of these roller coasters, especially that indoor coaster, because I think that one is really, really good. And we've also got a nice railway bridge right here where we can actually go over the ride and have some really cool views of it coming out here. But yeah, I guess the last thing to do right here, guys, is of course check this park out at night, and you can see it does look really, really cool. There is an absolute ton of lighting on the actual coasters themselves, but just the atmosphere with the lighting, around the actual park, the paths, that sort of stuff. It is really, really nice. Now we're heading to a massive custom SeaWorld park that covers 2 full plots. This custom SeaWorld is one of the biggest theme parks ever built in Theme Park Tycoon 2, and today we're going to be exploring all of it and riding the 6 incredible roller coasters. So, let's get exploring. And here we are. Welcome to one of the most insane parks I've ever seen in Theme Park Tycoon 2. Now, I don't know how long this video is going to be right now, but well, you can probably see by the length of this video just how much we have to look at in this park. So there's no time to mess around. Let's get looking at this park. Straight off, before we do start looking at stuff, here is the creator of this park. Legendario has done an incredible job, so if you haven't already, go check them out down below in the description. And well, we have the ticket gates over here, which we should just quickly run through. Let's just scan our tickets, and here we are actually now in the park. And well, honestly, from here, it's actually kind of hard to see that, there's so many coasters and things that we're going to be taking a look at, because they are all pretty hidden, but we do have this coaster right here. And of course, over here, we've got a gift shop and stuff, but we're going to be taking a look at this a little bit later, because well, as you can see, we've got another roller coaster right here. There are so many different coasters that we need to check out in this park. And here we are actually at our first roller coaster right here, speaking of, which is Manta. This coaster is absolutely incredible. It's a B&M flying coaster, and I've been advised to check this one out first, because this is apparently one of the coolest coasters in this park. Now, look at that view right there. Just the coaster going through all the trees and stuff. That's incredible. And obviously, with this being a SeaWorld park, there's some nice information about the actual, sea animals around this queue. Also, a very American queue. Mwah, beautiful. But here we are actually in the station. And well, there's not too much to look at, so I guess we, should hop straight onto the coaster, which is currently leaving without me. Why does this always happen to me, guys? God's sake. But anyway, here we are in the roller coaster train right here. I am super, super excited to check this out. I'm sure this is going to be absolutely incredible, honestly. And off we go, staring at these lovely rocks right here. Mwah, beautiful. Look at all those custom palm trees and just all the decoration around here. There's so much for us to look at. But anyway, let's not worry about that for now, because we are going down the very first drop of this roller coaster right here, which gives us a really cool view of all this area right here, sliding by all of these rocks, all of these trees, into our first little inversion right here, laying down on our back. Damn, that is a pretty cool inversion. And may I say also, this coaster is very, very smooth right here. Round a little roll right there. And here we go. Just round a couple little corners. Look at these buildings and stuff. This just looks so incredible. It gives us a really good view as well of just the rest of the park, which I'm sure I'll definitely not get lost in later. But right now, we're in like a bit of a dark tunnel and back out into the open. Bloody hell. Guys, this is confusing me even more. What is going on? It's the Manta sign. Oh my god. But with that, we are heading back into the station. What an incredible way to start off this showcase. But anyway, let's actually head out of the exit right here. And as you can see, there's that chain lift. And I have no idea where we actually are now, because we're in a completely different part of the park. Oh god. Guys, where do I go? Oh no. All right, well, what I do see is this spinning coaster right here. So I guess we should just head over here. We've got some really nice restaurants all around this park, like this What's the Catch right here. And you'll see a bunch more of them. I'm not going to point all of them out because, otherwise this video will be even longer than it is right now. But here's our next coaster, I think, right here, Wave Breaker, which is a really cool spinning coaster right here. As you can see, just going round up there. So let's head straight through this queue right here. And well, let's jump on and check out this next coaster right here. And off we go on to our second coaster already. Look, I'm not messing around. We're getting around this park as fast as possible right here, because I know there is so much for us to look at. But anyway, here we go down our first little helix sort of drop right here. Going through a little bit of a dip right there. Ooh, through that archway. That was a really nice little touch there. Nice little head chopper. And then now we're going through the kind of backwards and forward sections. I will say, so far, the train is not spinning that much, which, that's like a minus point right there. But you know what, guys? It still has a chance, and we are starting to spin a little bit more right here. And here we go down a massive drop right here. Through another little archway, and then we're going past all these palm trees, around some little corners right here. This is pretty damn cool. I mean, let's be honest, most of the scenery is just like rocks and trees and stuff like that, but that is definitely not a bad thing. This park doesn't even really need massive theming elements because, like, I mean, just look at this. Just the actual scenery, the trees, the bushes, the rocks, just that sort of stuff does enough of a job. But anyways, we're heading to the brakes right here. That is the end of this coaster. So let's head through the exit right here, and let's see where are we actually going to head next. Well, I guess let's just head the opposite way and see what's going around here. We've got some nice little restaurants right here, some other little buildings. No Kosii's cookies, yeah. Bad park. Okay, jokes aside, though, we do actually have another flat ride right here. How we get to it, I have no clue. I guess it's up here. Ah, yes, here it is. I guess let's quickly jump on and check this out right here. Yeah, that was a pretty fun ride. Anyway, yep. Next area of the park, I guess. Yeah, okay. All right, and our next area right here is the Atlantica area, which I've heard actually holds one of the best coasters in this park. And straight off the bat, the theming is just amazing in this area. I mean, look at all these rocks with kind of like these crystals, I think they are, just embedded into these rock faces, and all these kind of decorations like this. I mean, look at these tables and chairs as well. These umbrellas and the chairs, they're just really nice details. Oh, and I did just see a little bit of a glimpse of that coaster just going by right there, which is the next coaster that we're actually going to be jumping on, because, I mean, bro, look at this. This looks amazing. I also love these little screens that he's got around the park that kind of just show like show times and information about the park. That is a pretty nice touch. That's a nice touch. Down here, we've also got another flat ride as well, which is Shipwreck. We're not going to jump on it right here because, I mean, it's just a pirate ship ride. It's not that exciting, is it? But you know what, guys? If you do actually want to check out a POV of this and a bunch of the flat rides in this park, well, I'll be putting out a members-only POV for a bunch of the flat rides in this park, so you can check that out down below. Just click that join button down below and you can become a member today. But okay, now we need to actually find the station to this coaster right here, because I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit lost. Aha! I think I found it right here, because we've got a sign here for sell for. Let's actually run through right here, and I guess this is kind of the entrance or queue. Oh, wow. Look at this. This looks incredible right here. This is a really cool queue. And here we are in the station right here. Damn, this looks pretty cool. I really love this detail in the middle with kind of like the water and the cave scene right here. That's pretty damn nice. And also what's really cool is that this has two separate trains. But I guess let's just jump on this left one right here and let's get straight into it. And well, off we go right here past this little switch track section right here. And I'm actually pretty interested to see how this works, because there are two completely separate stations which just kind of seem to work, which is pretty impressive right here. But here we go through this little show scene right here. This is very interesting. I don't know what it's supposed to be, but I kind of like it. Very cool use of lighting so far, though. I like how those lights were kind of flickering on and off. Oh, and what's this right here as well? These are some very interesting things. I'm completely confused to what they actually are right here, but damn, pretty nice, I guess. All right, and here we are actually at the launch to this ride. Because yes, this is actually a Vekoma launch coaster, and damn, look at that launch sequence right there with those fireworks going off. Uh-oh, guys. Uh-oh, I think we're about to get launched. Uh-oh. And off we go right here through this black tunnel right here. Very, very dark. Ooh, some cool little things going on right here. This is almost like an indoor coaster so far. Going through a bunch of scenes right here. Some really cool kind of decorations. These are pretty damn nice. And here we go through yet again a second launch right here and straight onto the outside of this coaster. Damn, that top hat was pretty damn insane right here. And here we go going through a nice little roll right here and straight over some more airtime hills right here. And look at the amount of scenery around this area. Damn it, it's kind of crazy when you get to those massive heights of the coasters, just how much cool stuff you can see from them. But here we go through some little rings right here around a little corner. Okay, this is pretty nice. This is pretty nice. And then through some towers right here. We go around this corner against this rock wall. This is pretty nice. Oh, we're going back into a dark room again right here. A bit more of an indoor scene again. Oh, it is very dark. It's very scary, guys. Oh, I'm a little scared, guys. I'm a little scared. But that is the end of the coaster right here. I am really impressed that he actually, you know, has made this work with two separate stations. I have absolutely no idea how that works. I don't know. I don't get it, guys. How does that work? But anyway, that coaster was extremely cool right here. I agree. That is a really, really good coaster. But let's actually head straight through this exit right here, because, you know, you still have another 3 roller coasters to check out. And keep in mind, we're still on the first plot, guys. There's an entire second plot for us to check out. So yeah, let's actually head down this path and see what we got down here. As you can see, we've actually got the coaster wrapping all the way around us, which just is so cool. I've got to say, I love this view right here where you can just see the coaster track just, you know, going backwards and forwards over the path right here. That is so cool. And there it actually goes right there. Yeah, it is so cool just seeing it wrap around this area like that. That is so nice. Like, there it goes again. You could just see it everywhere. I'm literally just walking through the path and there's just coaster track everywhere. But okay, I've actually found my way to the main lake area of this park, I guess, which I've got to say gives us a pretty insane view of this coaster right here. But let's actually head into Harbor Bay right here. But I believe we can find the 4th coaster of this plot right here. And then, of course, after that, we need to head over to the second plot to check out the other 2 coasters. And here we are, Pipeline the Surf coaster right here. Let's actually head through the entrance, and that takes us straight into the station. No need for queues, guys. We're getting straight into it. I gotta say, I like this station right here. These fans are pretty darn nice. But enough about the station right here. Let's jump straight onto this coaster. And up we go straight away, I think, into a launch right here. Yes, I am correct. Over a little launch over a bit of an airtime hill right there. That's pretty nice. In real life, launches over airtime hills are godly. But here we go over this nice little hill right here into a bit of an overbanked inversion sort of thing. I believe it's called an Immelman, Joshua. God, I'm stupid today. But anyway, here we go around another little roll right here. Pretty nice. Obviously, this is also a stand-up coaster as well, kind of a surf coaster, which are very rare coasters in real life, but pretty darn cool. And then we go straight into the brakes. A short but definitely sweet coaster right there. And that's the 4 coasters for this plot. But before we do actually head over to the other plot, I do just want to check out a couple other things in this park. Like, for starters, just look at these buildings right here. These are some really nice buildings, along with this massive observation tower right here, which we just completely haven't even seen. I don't know how I missed this, but I also don't know how to get to it, to be honest. Is this it? I think so. I think this is it. And before we do actually go up to the top of this tower right here, I just want to point out that we've got these fountains that go around this, which are unfortunately not going off. There we go. There they are. Which is such a nice touch just to have those little details like that go off. But if I'm correct, we can just run into this teleporter right here, and here we are at the top of the park. Damn, what a cool view this gives. I mean, look at this. We can even see the second plot, which is currently loading in, because unfortunately, I can't actually have both parks loaded in for more than 10 minutes. Otherwise, the whole server just explodes, seeing as both parks are at MB limit. But yeah, I think that's actually pretty much everything in this park that I want to look at right here. So as I stand in this sky tower right here, let's head over to that second plot and check out some more roller coasters. And here we are in front of the second plot. We can just jump over right here, and magically a massive lag spike exists. Oh, and the server's just the server's just so this is awkward. All right, and here we go. We are back, and the park is back, loaded in right here. I gotta say, the entire server crashing on one of these showcase videos is definitely a first for me. But anyway, let's check this out right here. Straight off the bat, you can see we've got this gigantic sort of stadium kind of building, which we're gonna check out in a little bit right here. First, let's just actually head down this path, because we have a bunch of coasters and rides on this park too. As you can see, we've got this hyper coaster, which we're gonna be checking out at the end of the video. Because first, I want to head into this Antarctica area right here, which, by the way, looks absolutely insane. I mean, look at this. What on earth's going on in this area, guys? Look at it. It's crazy. But here is our next coaster right here that I actually want to check out, which is Polar Explorer, and the entrance is right here. So let's actually head straight into this ride right here, which is actually a motorcycle coaster, something that I don't think I've ever even shown in Theme Park Tycoon showcases before. And yeah, I'm super excited to check this out. So without further ado, let's hop straight onto this. And here we are, guys. We're on the ride and ready to go right here. And first of all, we're just going around this little corner right here. I believe this is also a launch coaster, if I am correct. A bunch of launch coasters in this park. And yes, here we go, straight through this launch right here into our first little corner. And I mean, just look at all the decoration with all these cliffs and icicles around the place. This looks amazing. And then we're just going through some little drops, some little corners right here, I believe, into our second launch right here. And now we're back indoors, just going over the station right here. And as you can see, this is kind of like a bit more of a slower, just family coaster, which, you know, this is pretty nice, actually. Obviously, theme parks need those kind of, you know, slower family coasters just like this. And to end off right here, we even have a drop track, which is a pretty nice touch. And with that, we're rolling straight back into the station. And although that was also very, very short coaster, definitely a pretty nice family coaster. I quite like that. And now, before we do head on to this massive hyper coaster right here, I want to check out that stadium building, because that looks incredible. Although before that, I've just seen here we've got Ocean's Water Passage, which, if I'm correct right here, is a bit of a walkthrough experience with like a bunch of really cool things to see. And I'm going to try and not get lost right here, but we've got this really cool kind of like whirlpool. I mean, look at this. This is pretty sick. We've even got this nice little fountain right here. Pretty cool looking. And even a bit of a splash pad, which if I click this button, there we go. Things are going to start going. Oh no, guys. Ah! This is really cool though. Just this little splash pad. This is what a lot of people just miss in their parks, you know? Little details like this, which, yeah, I like it a lot. And just look at this. Oh my god, just the little tiny details are so cute. We even have a little button right here, which just sets off some fountains again. That's really nice. Some cool little interactive sections, but yeah, that's that area. And now, of course, we have the Orca encounter, which is, well, pretty massive. I mean, this takes up a lot of the plot right here, so let's check it out. Which I believe we can do by just running up these stairs. And then we can just walk around here, I believe. I don't know. Where's the entrance, guys? Is it here? Ah, yes, here we go. And look at this stage. Obviously, unfortunately, we don't really, you know, have orcas and live animals in Theme Park Tycoon 2. But this stage is absolutely incredible. I mean, just the pure scale of this alone is insane. Although, is it just me, or is this feeling a little bit, creepily empty? But other than that, of course, we've got Shipwreck Island right here with all these nice wood details. And of course, we've also got a bunch of other flat rides around here, which we're not going to check out because, well, this video is already long enough, guys, all right? Let's be honest here. It's already long enough. So I think without further ado, you know which ride we need to check out next. And that is, of course, Mako right here, or Mako, or I don't know. But this coaster, Mako, yeah, which is a gigantic B&M hypercoaster. So let's just run through the queue, and here we are in the station, which I've got to say it is actually a pretty cool idea to have it like sandwiched almost between the rocks right here with this roof structure over. This is pretty nice, but here is the coaster. So without further ado, let's jump onto this and let's check out this gigantic coaster. All right, and off we go right here. A little bit of a kind of pre-lift hill area here, and here is the gigantic chain lift that we have to go all the way up, which has some pretty nice decoration just at the start of the chain lift right here, and also just this catwalk with all of the, like, you know, electricity boxes and stuff on the left. That's pretty nice. But enough about the chain lift right here, guys. I want to see the drop of this thing, and here we go. Oh my god, off we go down this absolutely gigantic drop right here through this nice little structure over a gigantic airtime hill right there, and then we're just going through this little dark cave area. I love all the wood details. Again, it's such a simple way to theme a ride, but it actually works really well. But here we go around this overback turn, going through this kind of little lake area right here, over another airtime hill, of course, and then we're going back underground into a nice little cave once again. And look at this, I just love all like the head chopper elements and stuff like that. But here we go, going over some more of these kind of log structures right here, another head chopper right there, through some nice little corners, and just look at the amount of trees and stuff. This looks incredible. Can you imagine going on a coaster like this in real life? Like, it is just insane. I actually just ran out of words there for a second. That's how cool this coaster is. But yes, unfortunately with that is the end of this coaster. What a cool coaster that is, though. I've got to say, that was pretty damn insane. But although that is actually all the coasters right here, we still have some more stuff to look at in this park, because it just never ends. There's just too much stuff in this park. And that last thing that I actually want to check out right here is Oceanic, which is this gigantic show, as you can see, which unfortunately is not finished, so we can't actually check this out in its entirety, especially because this plot has actually hit the item limit. But as you can see so far, this still looks incredible. I mean, look at these fireworks and these fountains and stuff going off. This looks great. But with that, that's pretty much everything to show in this park so far. And honestly, what an insane park. And well, with that, guys, there's only one way to end this video right here, and that, of course, is in this gigantic observation tower. And next up, we have what I think is still one of the best theme parks in Theme Park Tycoon 2, once again built by Haz the MC Man. Today, we're going to be riding 3 of the greatest roller coasters in the best theme park ever built in Theme Park Tycoon 2. Not only does this park feature insanely smooth coasters, but also some incredible theming and details throughout. Trust me, you've never seen a theme park quite like this. So without further ado then, let's check it out. And here we are in this absolutely insane theme park. We have so much to look at right here. Well, we better just get straight into it, because today we're going to be riding 3 of the best roller coasters ever built in Theme Park Tycoon 2. So first of all, here we are at the entrance, a really cool entrance, kind of similar to how a Disneyland park does it. And of course, this park is called Europa Lake because today we're going to be going to a bunch of different countries around the world. Okay, but with that, let's go through this really cool archway and into this super nice main street. And then, of course, that leads you right into this gazebo right here and into this really cool view. And from here, you can see we've got the multi-launch coaster, we've got the RMC, and over there, you could just about see we've got our 3rd roller coaster. And of course, you can also see some of the flat rides as well, and some of the decorations, like a recreation of the Eiffel Tower. The Eiffel Tower is in this park, guys. Okay, but let's kick this off with a bang right here and head straight into the Russian area. And as you can see, we've got a super cool, what I think is like a Russian palace, as well as some other really nice buildings right here. And I mean, just look at this plaza right here. Look at this fountain. Over here, we've got some lockers, a flat ride right here. And of course, we've got our very first roller coaster. We're going to check it out, which is, I think, Zoya. Zoria. Yeah, that's it. Zoya. Sure, that'll do. So let's head straight in through this sign right here, and we're just going to run into the standard queue. Because something that's really cool about this park is not only that the coasters are really cool and the scenery is really cool, but the queues are even really nicely decorated and detailed right here. Although I will say, out of every single coaster in this park, this is probably the least decorated queue. But I mean, the station for this coaster, yeah, I think it speaks for itself. It's a whole palace. Anyway, let's head up these stairs right here into the station, and here's the... Oh, it's leaving we, aren't we, guys? Okay, then. Well, I guess we'll wait for the next train. And while we are waiting, this is a really cool station building. It feels really grand, like an actual real palace. And back here, we've even got a bit of a transfer track and a storage maintenance shed here. But anyway, without further ado, let's get onto this train right here and let's check this out. Okay, and here we go up the chain link. And here we go down the absolutely massive drop into our first corner right here. And then we've got a nice kind of overbank sort of turn right here, a massive airtime hill. This coaster would be really cool in real life. The amount of airtime that you get from that hill is insane. Here we go under that train bridge right here. This seems like a kind of family sort of coaster right here because there's no massive hills or only one big drop, and there's no, like, you know, inversions or anything. Although I would say out of the 3 major coasters in this park, this is probably the worst one. So we've still got 2 absolutely incredible coasters to go here, guys. But yeah, that was the Russian coaster. That was the Russian coaster. I love all of these custom trees and just decorations around this Russian area as well. Like, he's even got the icicles on this dead tree right here. Okay, but with that is the Russian area all done. Let's now head over to the France area, I think, because that's just down here. And as you can see, as we come into here, the trees automatically just change, and it feels like you're being transported to a whole different world. Like, I mean, look at this. It looks so French. We've got the big pyramid thing that's in like a plaza somewhere in Paris. I don't know what it's called. So someone will know, right? But I'll put it up on the screen. Look, guys, this is the name of it here. But anyway, let's head out of there. And I just want to also show you guys right here this train station right here, because as I mentioned while we were on the Russian coaster right here, there is actually a train that goes all the way around this park. And we'll be checking out this train a little more towards the end of the video, because now I want to head on to this absolutely gigantic RMC right here, which, as you can see right here, is not only custom supported but also has dual rails right here, which is a really cool technique that I've not really seen anyone except from Has do in Theme Park Tycoon 2, because I know it's a very hard thing to do. But anyway, I believe the entrance to this is here, and it's called Revolts, which look, I don't want to offend any French people who are watching, but that's quite a good name for this ride. I've got to say as well, I've got to give credit to Has right here, because this sign is all made out of actual props in the game. He's even added a bit of like a drop shadow by adding them underneath. That is really, really cool. But anyway, let's talk about a sign and let's check out this queue. Some really cool sights of the coaster. And you can just see the amount of detail and decoration that Has put into just the custom supports here. And even theming elements like this. Like, look at this seat right here. And then as we come around here, there's even some different types of fences and stuff. Like, there's just so much attention to detail in this build. And once again, we've got our train going straight through the middle of this ride, which I'm sure will be really cool to ride later. And then as we come through here, you can actually see the station, which once again is absolutely just giant. As the MC man, he knows how to build a station, let's say that for certain. But anyway, we're gonna head up this lovely spiral staircase right here and straight into the station. And once again, the train is just gone without me. I've got terrible timing today, haven't I, guys? I also really love how this right here is supposed to be like a kind of church or cathedral building. So for the queues going into each individual row, he's made them into, like, you know, church pews. That's just such a cool detail. But yeah, without further ado, I think we jump on this coaster because I am so excited to check this out. And look at that train right there just going over the top. What a cool view as you're getting ready to go. That is really nice. But off we go here, guys. We've just set off and onto this gigantic chain link. And here we are with the Eiffel Tower over to the left down this absolutely fucking giant drop. Holy shit. Nice vertical drop going all the way down right there. A lovely little airtime hill. And then over into this corner right here. Over another airtime hill right there. And then we're into, I think, our first inversion right here. Yes. Or kind of a non-inverting inversion, I think. I don't know what it is, but a nice overbank turn right there. And then here is our actual proper first inversion, I guess, which is just a nice stall there. Over this hill right here into yet again another roll. I mean, it's an RMC. What do you expect, guys? A lovely airtime hill and then into another corner right here. Anyway, as we come in here, we've even got a really cool transfer track. Surprisingly well detailed for a transfer track, especially. This might actually be my favorite coaster in Theme Park Tycoon 2. But we've still got 2 more roller coasters to check out right here, and I'm really excited to check out that multi-launch because that is very good as well. Maybe even better than this one. You guys will have to decide. But anyway, what a really cool coaster right here. Even got some lockers as you come out into the exit, into this pyramid thing again. But now I guess let's check out the rest of this French area because this is absolutely massive. I mean, we've only checked out literally the coaster. We've still got the Eiffel Tower and all this decoration around here. We've got little things like this store right here, which is just a really nice detail, of course. And of course, we've already kind of seen this because we've seen the entrance to Revolt, but we've got this really cool bridge right here, which again, this is the entrance area right here. It just gives such a cool view. And from this bridge, you can see both Revolt and you can see the entrance and just this entire lake. Of course, this is why it's called Europa Lake as well. Who could have seen that coming? Totally not me. And we have actually missed this sky swing right here, which is a really nice detail. And of course, I think it works really well here. Anyway, we're not going to jump on this flat ride right here because, you know, we've already kind of seen what one of these look like. I will be chucking up a POV for the members, so if you are a member, you can, of course, check that out right away. But anyway, as we cross over the bridge right here, we've got a completely custom flat ride. We do have one of these in the game right now, but of course, has the MC Man wanted to keep this one because it just is, like, a lot bigger. And in my opinion, it does look better. Like, I really like how this looks. And yeah, just look at these French buildings right here. It really does transport you to France. This just looks so French, to be honest. And I mean, to be fair, something that's probably helping quite a bit is the gigantic Eiffel Tower here. Which something that I find really cool is actually an observation tower that you can go on. So I guess let's get a bit of a view right here of this entire park from this observation tower. And here we are. I really think it's a cool idea that this is actually kind of built into the Eiffel Tower because it gives you such a cool view without just sticking a massive pole somewhere in the middle of the park, just completely unthemed. And of course, from here, we can see that multi-launch coaster that we're going to be checking out in just a little bit. And we've still got that indoor coaster to check out, and I think we're actually going to go check that out next. So let's actually head over there right now. We've got this really cool bridge that just comes around to this multi-launch. And of course, if you want to see this, well, I'll be showing that very soon. But we are just going to head past that right now because I want to go into the Dutch area right here. We've got such a cool chair swing right here. It's really unfortunate that we don't have one like this in Theme Park Tycoon 2. And right here, of course, we've got some really nice balloon rides, some windmills, because of course we do. I mean, it's Dutch, and it wouldn't be a Netherlands area without a million flowers everywhere. Although the entrance to this ride is actually in the Dutch area, surprisingly, this is kind of, well, actually in the Spanish area, because it's also called Queso y Vino, which I think means something like cheese and wine or something like that. Those 5 years of Spanish lessons really helped out for this exact moment, guys. But let's head straight in right here, and I don't think it's supposed to say that, guys. Well, I guess Asian women this way. Let's go check them out. And as we go down this spiral staircase right here, you can see we've got the little mouses right here with the cheese. We're in some sort of wine cellar straight off the bat here. And we've got what I can only describe as an alcoholic mouse. But anyway, here is the station right here, and there is just, there's so much to look at in just this one view right here. We've actually got the coaster running straight through right here with some of the scenes, and there goes the coaster right there. We've got some little mouses right here once again, getting some cheese. But anyway, yes, without further ado, let's wait for a train right here, and let's get on this coaster. Okay, and while we're just waiting right here to get on this ride, I just wanted to point out that if you do want to check out the POVs for every single coaster in this park, at daytime, at nighttime, and also at morning, with some really cool different types of lighting, well, you can do so by becoming a member today. It's only 99p or 99 cents a month, and you get access to a bunch of really cool perks. And for £2.99 or $2.99, you can also check out all the POVs of all these coasters like I just mentioned before. You also get some really cool extra perks such as shout outs at the end of every single video, early access to showcase your parks, and so much more. You can become a member today by clicking that join button down below. And if you do become a member, I really do appreciate it. But anyway, back to this coaster right here. Sorry about that. Some really cool scenes so far, and some really nice theming. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Very nice ride. I really enjoyed that. Of course, not the longest coaster, but still really nice, especially for an indoor coaster. That might be one of my favorite indoor coasters in Theme Park Tycoon 2. But let me know what you think down below, guys. I also just wanted to point out this first scene right here because you don't really see much of it on the coaster, and you get such a nice view of just the coaster running through there, and of course the station too. But anyway, enough of that. Let's head back up right here, back to the Asian women's side. And now, guys, it is finally time to check out the Spanish area of this park. And straight off the bat right here, just some really cool theming throughout this entire area. There's just so many colors just everywhere. It feels really vibrant. And look at these cakes right here. It's making me a bit hungry just looking at them. And yeah, we also have yet again another train station right here, which is really nestled into this coaster here. But yeah, without further ado, I reckon we actually get onto this coaster right here. So let's go into the queue. We have, of course, the Jake is large sign. Anyway, let's head into the queue right here. And once again, really nice theme right here, and some super cool views of the coaster. And there it goes, actually, just around that corner. Some nice buildings right here, though. But let's head up these stairs and then straight up into the station. And once again, I've missed the train. Am I cursed or something? Oh well, I guess it gives us time to look at this really cool station. I love just like the little fountain features he's got right here. And again, the operator panel made out of a garbage bin. Beautifully done, I must say. And yeah, you can even see the coaster going by right there. Bloody hell, that was good timing. But anyway, without further ado, I reckon we jump straight onto this coaster. And here we are, guys, going straight into our first launch right away here. Into a nice Immerman right there, and then into our first little turn and airtime hill as well. And here we go, just round this nice corner. Look at all the custom trees and theming, guys. Into a nice inversion right there. That was really cool. Just how smooth this coaster as well is. It's really impressive. And straight into our second launch right there. Bloody hell, that took me off guard. god. And then we go straight back through the station right here where we were looking at before into yet again another Immelman right here. Nice roll going straight over the lake right here. And then just a couple turns into the break room right here and then back into the station. What an amazing coaster. I'm honestly not sure if I prefer this coaster or the RMC there at the back that we checked out before. So you guys will have to let me know down below in the comments. Let me know which one's your favorite. Regardless, I think we should just check out this station a little bit because we haven't even really looked at this massive pirate ship that's just kind of crash landed on the station roof. Look at the amount of detail in this and kind of how it's just capsized over. What a really cool station. This actually might be one of my favorite stations in Theme Park Tycoon 2 as well. But yes, without further ado, let's head down this exit queue right here. You can see got some nice views of the coaster once again. And yeah, once again, we're back into this area right here and we've only got a couple more things to check out because I still want to check out, of course, the nighttime lighting of this park and also that train because I think it's going to give us some really cool views of these coasters. But first, I reckon we check out how this park looks at nighttime, so let's have a look. And here we go. Look at this view. Once again, it looks absolutely amazing, even at nighttime. I absolutely love how the RMC is lit up like a French flag. That's such a subtle detail, but really, really nice. And just kind of the mood lighting as well of every single part of this park. And yeah, look at how well this RMC is lit up. I'll chuck some cinematics up on screen because I honestly cannot really show how good this looks just in person. The fact that he's lit up this entire RMC so well with the different colors of the French flag, that's really nice. And again, really shows the attention to detail that has the MC Man's put into his park. And then as we come into the Spanish area, there's a lot more of those reddish, really warm colors. But not only that, it just feels a lot more colorful and of course more vibrant too, which it should because it is the Spanish area of the park. But yeah, with that, there's only one more thing to do, and that's of course check out this train and see what views you get from it. And as we do so, I want to say a massive thank you to Has the MC Man for letting me showcase off this park. If you want to check him out, all these links will be down in the description and also on the pinned comment. He's done an absolutely amazing job with this park, and I'm so grateful to be able to showcase it. Sticking on the theme of custom real-life theme parks, next up we have a super realistic custom Six Flags park. This is a gigantic custom Six Flags in Theme Park Tycoon 2 featuring 6 amazing roller coasters, a log flume, and tons more to explore. We're going to be riding all 6 roller coasters and checking out the rest of this insanely realistic theme park today. But before we get into this huge video, we're trying to hit 25,000 subscribers by the end of this year, so if you do go on to enjoy this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. Anyways, let's get straight into it. And guys, here we are. This park looks, well, I mean, pretty insane. Look at all the coasters we've got to look at. We have 6 roller coasters, a log flume, and a ton more flat rides to check out. I have a feeling that this one's going to be a bit of a long one, but there's only one place to get started, and that is, of course, the entrance to the park. So obviously this is a custom Six Flags right here. I don't know too much about Six Flags, so this might actually be based off a real Six Flags entrance. But out here we got some car parks, we got some benches right here, some umbrellas, a little stand right here. Ooh. We've got DJ Khaled waiting for some hot dogs, as he does, you know, obviously. But yeah, we've just got another car park over here, some buildings, but I reckon we go straight through into these ticket booths, which are also very nicely decorated with some nice turnstiles as well. And yeah, here we are. We've got a really nice entrance area to this park, actually. And it gives us this view of this amazing hypercoaster right here, which we're going to be riding a little bit later, guys. Hold on. Before we do that, though, on this main street, you see we've got a Kosii's Cookies, which, of course, I've got to showcase off right here. But yeah, it's really cool here. Obviously, this building that it's in is amazing, but also just the interior right here. All the little details right here with all these cookies, the cash registers, even back here we've got all the ovens, rolling pins, even the tickets hanging up, you know, it's the little details that matter. We've also got some more shops and stuff like that, but I'll get back to these a little bit later because I think we should head over to our first roller coaster, which if we just wander into this area, there's a bunch of flat rides and stuff, but I want to check out this single rail over here because, I mean, let's be honest, guys, this looks pretty insane. This looks pretty damn cool, doesn't it? And this is the entrance right here. It's called El Diablo right here, which I think is a real-life Six Flags park. You guys will have to educate me down below because I'm a British person, no idea with Six Flags, never been to the States. Let's check out this single rail. We just need to run through these lovely cattle pens. You know, I can tell this is very accurate to the real Six Flags. We've even got like the lift hill motors here and stuff. Really cool details. And although the station's nothing too special right here, I guess, you know, it's just a standard kind of station. We actually have a transfer track right here where you can see we've got some trains in storage. And this transfer track is really nice, although definitely not the best transfer track in this park. You'll see a bit later what I mean, but you know, for now, let's actually get on this thing. It has insanely fast operations. I don't think we even stop in the station here. Yeah, we just keep on rolling. We just don't even stop, guys. But let's go up the chain lift right here. I think these are some speakers that we've actually got going all the way up. Obviously, we can't unfortunately hear it because there's no music in Theme Park Tycoon 2. But we've got this little wind sock right here and stuff, or wind spinny thingy. I don't know what it's called. But here we go, guys. Down that massive hill right here and straight into it. Oh, bloody hell. We got a little bit close to that support right here, but there we go. Got a nice airtime hill right here. A nice dive loop, I think this is, or a stall, or I don't know what's going on. And then we're going into a nice roll there. Of course, the mid-course brake run, which looks like it is really well detailed as well. And of course, it's been a Six Flags park. The actual decoration on these rides aren't that amazing. They're just kind of grass and bushes and stuff. In a weird way, that actually means it's kind of better because it's more realistic to a real Six Flags park. I mean, honestly, this might be one of the most realistic parks I've seen in Theme Park Tycoon 2, but you guys will have to be the judge. But yeah, that was really cool right here. Even in the station, we've also got these little details which I didn't even see, like the brake fins and stuff. And this little operation panel here. All really, really cool details. And then, of course, we can just exit down this lovely, really well decorated ramp here. You know, this kind of reminds me of Fort Park. Nemesis Inferno, anybody? But even the little details right here, like this kind of water blowing thing. I'm guessing this is for when it's really hot and it blows like cold, misty water onto you sort of thing. Yeah, really, really cool, honestly. And although the theming isn't too special, it's still a really solid coaster right here. But let's see, where should we go next? I think we should go back a little bit because we did skip quite a few things here. We've got this ride right here, which unfortunately, of course, doesn't work. It's not a real Theme Park Tycoon 2 ride. But if you've seen one of these rides in real life, I'll chuck a video up on screen. They are absolutely insane. They look pretty crazy because they almost look like they're going to crash, but of course they don't. As well as that, we've also got another custom flat ride right here, which is Sky Screamer. Again, unfortunate that this doesn't actually work, but this is absolutely huge. Like, this makes a real statement on the entire park's landscape. You can see this, you know, for miles. It might actually be the tallest thing in this park. And yeah, as you can see, really cool. Even the seats are nicely decorated, even this high up, and you know, it's really nice. I think this might also have some nighttime lighting, which if you do want to see, I'll be checking that out a little bit later, so stay tuned. But as well as that, we've actually got some quick serve restaurants here as well. Like, look, this just is so nice. My tiny details in just every single thing. Like, we've also got some vending machines here. It just feels so realistic, you know? And I've been told that there's something interesting in this room. Oh my... What the heck? Let's just forget that and let's head on to our next roller coaster right here. This one's Vertical Velocity right here, which I also believe is a real life Six Flags ride. Again, you'll have to correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but this one's a very interesting coaster. It's one of these where it just kind of launches through the station with a bit of an extra launch. It goes back and forward, back and forward. But hey, let's check this thing out right here once it comes to a stop. Ow, that hurt. Yeah, that really hurt. Thanks. Okay, but here we are. It's pulling into the station right here. Let's get straight on this and take a look. Here we go, guys. Okay, we're launching right at the station. That is very fast. Up into this little twirl right here, although I do think we go even higher when we go back through the CN. Back through the station incredibly fast right there. And then, of course, you just kind of go back and forwards like this a little bit. I will actually mention while we're on this ride right here that if you want to see all the POVs of every single coaster and ride in this park at morning, at daytime, at nighttime with some really cool lighting, you can do so by becoming a member today. You can become a member for as low as 99p a month. You just hit that join button down below. And if you'd like to check out those member-only POVs as well as a bunch of exclusive videos, that is £3 a month. Or whatever in dollars, I'll put it up on the screen. You also get shout-outs at the end of videos, early access showcase, your park streams, and so much more. But regardless, that was a really cool coaster right there. I really like this operator panel as well. Nicely detailed. We've got this little screen right here. Very cool. But we've got some arrows pointing this way, so let's go down this, you know, incredibly themed exit again. I really love just how well Six Flags themes their stuff. Obviously, Six Flags are more around the coasters rather than the theming, but it's still really cool. Like, this is still a really cool park, and we still have so much more to look at. We've only seen 2 of the roller coasters, guys. There are another 4 roller coasters, a log flume, and a bunch more flat rides. And of course, we have this hyper coaster right here, which we're going to be checking out at the end because, wow, this just looks so epic. I'm really looking forward to giving that one a ride. Out on the lake here as well, we actually have like a pedal boat. I'm not exactly sure where this came from because there's not actually really any dock where you'd get these from. There's also a lack of a fence here, but I guess, shh. If we don't bring attention to it, it doesn't matter, guys. Anyway, we've also got another shop right here, which has some custom teddy bears in it. Kind of looks like the PG Tips mascot. Yeah, especially next to the, like, mugs as well. I can't believe they're selling the PG Tips mascot in America as well. I'll have confused every single American there. The PG Tips guy, this is him here. This is the PG Tips guy. You even got a little gumball kind of machine here, I think, as well. But yeah, really cool so far. But let's head over now here, because we also have another custom flat ride right here. We do actually have one of these in the game, and they are actually pretty good, but I guess this was built before that because it's still a pretty recent addition. But this chair swing right here, yeah, it is really, really cool looking. These are all custom image panels all the way around like this. And, well, yeah, it looks really good. And I must say, although it's not moving because obviously it's not real, this is just a really good one. Like, I love this queue path that slowly steps up around. That is so nice looking. It feels really classical. I love it. We've got this random garage here. And, of course, we've got this coaster right here, which is the park's dive coaster, I guess. I reckon we check out that coaster next. Let's go have a look. As we're walking over here, though, I've also just seen we've got this tiny little carousel here, which is very cute. And a bunch of fairy lights as well. A bunch of string lights, which are nice. We've got the GCO. Dun, dun, dun. What is the GCO? Can anyone tell me? What's the GCO, guys? Am I missing some lore here? Oh, no. But anyway, we have this dive coaster right here. Bit of a nondescript, like, entrance to the queue here. I guess this is the entrance. Lovely cattle pen as always. I think I've actually gone down the fast pass queue, which is still an absolute mess. And here we've actually got another Easter egg, which the owner of this park pointed out, which is there's a random little stealth dynamics thing here. Not exactly sure why it's here, but it's here, I guess. Kind of cool, I guess, you know, even if it's a bit random. We've got the world's least inspired awning, just like real Six Flags. I love it. They've really cracked the whole Six Flags-esque of this park, haven't they? But here's the station. Again, incredibly Six Flags. I love all these numbers right here, how they haven't just used decals. They've actually done it with primitives. Really cool detail. But here we are in the station. I think we should get straight on this. I love as well how there's little crates here with, I guess, air conditioning units and maybe a piece of coaster track or something. I'm not sure. But, you know, very nice realistic detail right there. And you can see we've actually got this other coaster right here, which we're going to be checking out in just a bit. It looks really interesting. Not many of these in Theme Park Tycoon 2. And I've given it a ride. It is really, really cool. But, you know, let's just wait, guys, because we're on this coaster currently. This is, of course, a dive coaster, so we're going to hang over the edge here. Ooh. And here we go, guys. We're hanging over the edge. Oh, God. Oh, no. Whoa! Cut that out, please. Cut that out. Cut that out. Cut that out. Anyway, no, yeah, it's nothing too special. It's just a dive coaster. It kind of just, you know, does the dive and a couple inversions and turns here. So we've got mid-course brake run that slows us down quite a bit, and then we've just got a bit of an overbank turn here. And then into the inversion of this coaster right, which is just a nice roll. And yeah, that's pretty much everything for this ride. Nothing too special, but still a pretty cool dive coaster. But yeah, we've also got like a full operator panel right here again, which is really nicely detailed. Especially because it's all made with primitives, no decals. Even got a fire extinguisher, I like that. And of course the storage bins, which I'm pretty sure most of the other coasters have had. I'm just not pointing them out. But yeah, let's go down once again. A very uninspired exit queue. Beautiful. And let's check out these lockers here, because there's actually some lockers that are just really well hidden here. And again, a really nice realistic detail. Not many people think, oh yeah, I need to add lockers into my park. But I love that level of detail. That amount of realism. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. And speaking of right here, we've even got a playground, which is really cool. Slightly not realistic right here is that there's just no fence, which I think would make it quite easy to sneak into this park for free. But, oh well, I guess it is what it is. Really nice little playground rides here, though. Obviously a really cool detail. We've got a sandbox, you know. We've got the things that no child can actually cross without falling. Monkey bars, that's the word. I couldn't think of the name. And as we're walking along, we've got a little American Dino. I almost missed this. There's so many little like shops and quick service kiosks and gift shops and stuff like that. It just really like adds a lot of character and realism to a park. Because obviously parks like this have a lot of food places. But yeah, nice little American Dino. I like it. And even a guest services. Yeah, nice. And on here as well, I guess this is the gift shop. We've got some actually custom shirts right here, which again aren't decals. I will say they probably would look better if they were decals, but it's still really cool that they've attempted to do it with just primitives. We've got one of these right here, which I guess is like kind of the Millions, kind of the candy machines. Somebody will know what I mean, you know, like the ones where you put the tube up and there it goes. Whoosh. I'm such a good storyteller, I know. I'm a little bit confused why there's a fireplace in here. I did not expect that. That doesn't seem very Six Flags-esque, but still cool, I guess. And some more custom t-shirts and PG Tips mascots as well. Although these ones look less like PG Tips mascots, to be fair. I guess this is like a custom like Lego set or custom puzzle set. I don't know. Some cards, some more t-shirts. Yeah, really cool. And you can see most of these actually do have some interior at least. Like we've got guest services here. Of course, we've got the Kosii's Cookies, which we looked at earlier. We've got this right here, which is a really cool looking restaurant. Sadly, doesn't look incredibly finished again, but it's still got a really nice interior. We've actually got an upstairs, which you can check out here. A bunch of seating and even some outdoors. See, that's so cool. And then next that we've got yet again another gift shop. Of course, we do. It says Six Flags. What a shop. Look at these little caps here. I love that. And yeah, more gift shops, more stuff right here. We've even got a little pier where we could look out with some telescope. No, binoculars, not telescope. I never said telescope. Fucking Take that out, Josh. Take that out, editor Josh. Take that out. Okay, but as I promised earlier, we're now going to check out this very interesting coaster right here. So as you can see, this one is a 4D coaster, and it kind of like inverts very weirdly. The seats invert. So even though the track's upside down right here, you aren't actually upside down because the seats spin. You'll see what I mean. You'll see what I mean. Let me just get on and you'll see. The entrance to this ride, I think, is here. It's not really finished, this ride, I don't think, unfortunately. But regardless, let's jump right on here. As you can see, it's a really weird train because the actual thing goes in the middle right here, and you kind of sit on the outside like a wing coaster. But the seats actually rotate, which, well, let's see how that works. And here we go, guys. As you can see, the seats kind of rotate as you're going up, you know, and don't actually move with the train. It is very weird in real life, I've heard. I've sadly not been on one of these yet, but, yeah, it looks like it feels pretty weird. But as you can see, we've now just got a nice view looking straight forwards into the empty middle of the theme park Tycoon map. Incredible. But yeah, once again, you can see the train is actually rotating while we just aren't. And I'm just going to show you right here. Look, you can see the train's actually spinning around. But let's actually go back into the POV camera because this ride is insane. I mean, like, look at what's going on. It looks pretty intense, this ride. Pretty intense, yeah. Oh my god. Imagine being on one of these rides. Jeez. Oh my god, yeah, that is pretty damn intense, but really cool ride. And I think I've maybe only seen one of these before in Theme Park Tycoon 2 like this. Maybe two, I think. I don't know, roughly. But yeah, really cool coaster right here. I love that a lot. And we've even got a plane ride right here, which is Spino. No, I think it's just spin. But yeah, we've got one of these really cool rides right here, which you can, of course, control, which I still think is a really cool addition to Theme Park Tycoon 2. One of my favorite flat rides right here. Obviously, not really too much decoration. That's the only unfortunate thing here, because this is obviously a Six Flags park. It's kind of like the flat rides are here, but they don't really have much decoration. But yeah, anyway, let me just try and go upside down right here as I must. There we go. Done a little loop right there. Lovely stuff. And yeah, as I face plant into the ground right there, that was really smooth. I love that. Let's go check out this next ride, which is a custom fireball right here, actually using a vertical launch coaster, I think this is. Which is a really creative thing. Obviously, we have a fireball in the game, but it's not as good as this one, I wouldn't really say. And it's even got custom lighting going all the way around it right here, which is really nice. And yeah, as you can see, we do a little loop right here. A lot of hang time on this ride. And yeah, you just keep on going round and round and round as you do. But yeah, cool ride. Nothing too special, of course, but yeah, really nice. And look at that, guys. We can actually see the train just go past right there. A really cool view. I'd love to sit in a bench like this and just watch the coaster go by. That's really sick. And speaking of, we actually still have two more roller coasters right here. You see that big RMC hybrid in the back right there, and of course this hyper coaster, which I'm very much looking forward to going on. But first, I just want to have an adventure down here because we still have even more flat rides here. And then we're gonna go check out that hybrid because that looks really cool. But yeah, as you can see right here, just random little kiosks and buildings. Unfortunately, not interiors in some of these, but it is what it is. This park is actually at its max MB. It's at 4.25 MB. And you're not going to believe this, but this park has over 300 hours on it, apparently. Which, yeah, to be honest, I can kind of believe that. This park has a stupid amount of detail. But yeah, I'm not going to go on it right here because it's literally just a roto drop. But we've got a nice roto drop right here, which is a really cool centerpiece to the park, I feel. I like that a lot. Really cool. Some nice decoration. A little bit random placement. It's kind of just nestled here in this coaster. I mean, I guess kind of a cool view, though, wrapping around that overbank. But we're actually going to switch sides of this park completely right here because I want to check out this hybrid coaster, which I think should be down here and then just round here. Don't worry, guys. I'm not skipping all this. We're going to come back in a little bit. I just want to check out this hybrid coaster first, though. So this right here is Medusa. And look at this car right here, bro. Oh, my God. This is so cool looking. I mean, I love the rust on it and stuff like that. Really cool detail. It's got a load of stuff in the back. Yeah, really cool. And again, we've got some more lockers. Really nice details. But let's just get past that right here because we need to go through this incredibly exciting queue. To be fair, at least it had that custom car. That is some nice theming. Amazing cattle pen right there. Although at least it's a little bit more inspired. At least it's somewhat themed, hey, Six Flags. That's very unrealistic. Not like the real parks. But let's just run through right here and then we can just go up this ramp. And here we are. We're actually in the station, which is a really cool station right here. Again, not the most inspired from the outside, but the inside, this looks pretty nice. And yet there's nothing else to do except from give it a ride. So let's jump on. Oh, I am looking forward to this. This looks insane. Look at that stall over there. It looks insane. Okay, up the chain if we go right here, though. Very exciting, very fast chain lift. It kind of looks like they've added an anti-rollback, but they haven't put it all the way up the chain lift. But hey, this is just kind of what happens when you know, run out of MB. I mean, this entire ride, I'm pretty sure at least almost 99% of this ride is all custom supported as well. Which, yeah, that is so much effort to go to. But hey, it pays off. This looks incredible. You can only get supports that look this good when you sit for 9 million hours and build them all by hand, I guess. There we go, through that stall. Really, really nice. Got a bit of an outer bank. Ooh, how lovely. And yeah, of course, it's an RMC, so there's just quite a lot of airtime hills, overbank turns, very RMC-esque, I guess. Some nice turns there. This is it's a pretty cool ride, actually. We've got even a roll there. And yeah, with that overbank turn right here, we've got some more corners. Bloody hell, this ride just keeps on going. I thought we were about to end. No, though. We're still going. We've got a nice, I don't even know what that is, an extremely overbank turn. Some more airtime hills, some more turns, and then finally, yes, we are going into the brakes right here. Again, we've got a switch track, but this one right here has actually got a building around it, which is pretty nice. But yeah, that is a really cool coaster. That might be my favorite so far. But of course, we still have one more coaster right here, guys. And trust me, we're going to be getting to it very, very soon. But before we get to that, we still have some more things to check out. We've actually got a log flume over here, a bunch more flat rides, and of course, we've just walked past a bunch of stuff. So of course, we've got 3 flat rides right here. We've got this custom, like, I don't know what you'd call this. If you know what it's called, comment down below, I guess. Is it like a paratroopers or I don't know what it's called. I don't know what it's called. But a nice custom flat ride right here, and we've got another flat ride, which of course works. And then we've got a third flat ride right here. They're really packing them in, which is just a simple twist and nothing too exciting. And again, they don't really have much decoration to these. They're kind of just there with like some walls around them and just a simple queue with a little bit of bushes, a little bit of trees, you know, that sort of stuff. But what is themed is this area right here. We've got these really nice cowboy kind of Wild West buildings. I really like this petrol station here with the pump. That's the one, the pump. The pump. Although I'm not sure there's 4 types of petrol back in like 19 whatever. Whenever the Wild West was. Who knows? What do I look like? I'm British. But yeah, really nice buildings right here. Let's have a walk down here. I really like these lanterns as well, actually. I really like these. We're going to be checking out how this looks like at nighttime at the end, so stick around for that, I guess. We've also got this under construction area right here, which again was unfortunately not finished because of the MB. This coaster isn't finished, so we're not going to ride it here, but if you do want to check out a POV of it, I'm going to be uploading that for members at nighttime, at daytime, at dusk sort of thing. So hey, become a member if you want to see that, I guess. But hey, before we do check out this hypercoaster, I want to check out the only, you know, non-roller coaster tracked ride, I guess, which is kind of shocking, but it is a Six Flags park, so they don't really have many, I don't know, like dark rides or car rides or stuff, really, do they? So let's quickly run through the queue and get into the station. And here we are. Here is our log. Let's get on it right here. It is just kind of crazy to me while we're waiting this station right here, just how many coasters are inside there. Just from here, we can see this coaster, we can see that coaster, we can see another coaster there. If we look over, we can see another coaster there. We see a flat ride. We see, obviously, the log flume. There's just so much going on, just tight-packedly into this park, which is really impressive. I mean, 7 roller coasters, including that one that isn't quite finished. It is kind of crazy how much they fit in. And they were also planning a Looney Tunes area where that unfinished coaster is, which was going to have a dark ride, I'm pretty sure they said. Which would, of course, been very cool, but hey, what are you going to do? They hit the data limit. Nothing you can do about that. But anyway, let's check out this log flume right here. We've got the first hill, which is just a small little hill. Unfortunately, not much decoration on this log flume, but hey, it's a log flume. It's a Six Flags park. What else are you expecting? We do have another huge conveyor belt. I'll see you guys in another 9 hours.
1 eternity later.
Shh. Oh my god. Oh sorry. Fucking hell, that was just so long. Okay, we've got the drop right here. It's at a double down as well. Bloody hell. That was a lot all at once. Bloody hell. But yes, we have another little chain lift right here, which just brings us up into the station in this little trough. And yeah, nothing too special. It's literally just a log flume. I guess it is what it is. But yeah, that is that log flume right there. And that is pretty much every single thing in this park. I've, of course, missed some things just because, you know, it's impossible to look at absolutely everything. Like, for example, this building right here. There's a wheelchair here. There's some more buildings down there. And also these lamps with these little, like, flower bushy hanging things. My brain is not working today. There are just so many details to look at, but unfortunately, I can't look at them all. And even if I wanted to, well, I want to check out this hypercoaster even more because I've been very excited. I know this video is probably only about 10-15 minutes long, but I've been recording this for 40 minutes now, and I've been very excited that entire time to ride this. So after 40 minutes of me recording this damn video, let's finally check out Goliath right here, which is this gigantic bloody hypercoaster right here. Unfortunately, not that exciting of a queue, I must say. Yeah, it's not great. And neither is the station as well. It's also possibly the most uninspired station ever. But that's not an insult to the builders of this park. That's actually a compliment because this is a Six Flags park. So that actually is a good thing, yeah. But anyway, let's wait for another train to come in and we're finally going to be riding this epic hypercoaster. I really hope it is actually a hypercoaster, not like a giga coaster or something. Because if I've been saying hypercoaster this entire time, that's going to be very embarrassing, isn't it? Oh well, anyway. Okay, let's just jump on this train right here. And finally give this a ride. In the station, we've got this really cool palm tree. I really like these palm trees a lot, by the way. I didn't even mention that when I was in the queue, but they're really nice. But anyway, here we are. We've got a very massive chain lift, which is... Oh, God, it's slow. Yep, see you in another 9 hours, guys. Okay, I was actually joking, but this is incredibly slow. I'm going to be here forever. See you in another 4 hours or something. Oh my God, please hurry up. Oh my God, we're nearly there. We are nearly there. And stop the timer. I think that was, what, 29 hours I was on that damn chain link. But finally, right here, down this humongous drop right there. Into a nice alta bank. A really cool way to start like a coaster like this. I said like way too many times in that sentence. But yeah, this is living up to it a lot. We've got a dive loop right here. A nice overbank turn. Nothing too special. It's obviously a hypercoaster, so it doesn't have, you know, crazy inversions and crazy shit going on. But it is very fast right here and absolutely huge. This coaster actually takes you around like half of this entire theme park as well. Which makes sense because it's a hypercoaster, so obviously it takes, you know, quite a bit of space. But yes, there we go, guys. Into the brake run, past this nice little switch track thingy right here. And very, very cool. I really, really like that. Let me know, of course, what you think of every single coaster down below in the comments, guys. But before we end off right here, there's still a couple of things I want to look at. Which is, of course, looking at this park at night because it looks absolutely amazing at night time. And we've also got this Ferris wheel, which we didn't really look at, which is extremely retro. The Big Easy. It's what I call your mother. Everyone, laugh in the comments. Laugh in the comments. But again, it's unfortunately not rideable because it's custom right here, but it does have a really cool light package. So, let's actually set this park to nighttime. And holy moly, does it look amazing. Let's just let all the lights load in. I'm actually just going to head back to the entrance of the park right here, and we're just going to take a quick look around. So, as we enter right here, you can see everything is really nicely lit up, and just look at that view right there. That is actually an incredibly beautiful view. Cannot believe I'm saying this about a Six Flags park, but that is fucking stunning. Holy moly. Yeah, I really love the string lights right here. And of course, this Ferris wheel. The lighting on this Ferris wheel is so sick. I mean, it can't have been easy to schedule all this and sequence it all. That's the word. And then we've also got the lighting for this hypercoaster right here, which we can't actually see all the way to the top because it's too tall. It doesn't load in. But yeah, also look at this. Oh my God, that is really cool looking. I've just noticed as well, there's just a guy standing here on the catwalk. What the hell? But yeah, let's just run through here and just see the absolutely, like, it's just a really nice atmosphere at night. This is really, really cool, actually. I'm really surprised at how nice it looks at night. It's unfortunate that this RMC isn't very well lit up, and neither are a lot of this stuff here. But we do have this fireball, which again has a nice sequence right here that it just kind of does around it. It's nothing too incredibly special, but still really cool looking. And of course, we also have this, which just looks crazy. It is annoying me, though, that there's just a random red light. I'm guessing that was accidentally painted wrong, and it pains me. But yeah, really cool, guys. That is pretty much everything in this park right here. Thank you so much to NMD. I'll chuck up all the builders on the screen right now. There's an absolute ton of them, so I'm really sorry if I missed one of you. Next up, it's time to check out the best theme park I've ever seen built 100% on mobile. Today, we're going to be looking at one of the best mobile theme parks I've ever seen in Theme Park Tycoon 2. Along with an awesome mine train, this park features some of the best dark rides ever built in Theme Park Tycoon 2 and stunning theming throughout. So, let's take a look. And here we are, guys. This park looks absolutely insane. I mean, just the amount of stuff to look at right here, there's quite a lot, you know? And of course, the main thing I'm very excited for right here is all of the actual dark rides that we have. So, I reckon we get started first with this ride over here, which is Vengeance of the Unamiable. Bloody hell. What? Okay, yeah, that's good enough. Let's go inside. Okay, so something I will just point out while we're going through right here as well is that this park is not finished because this guy who's actually built it, he's building on mobile, and this park has gotten so laggy that he physically cannot finish it because he just crashes every time. So you will notice that some things are unfinished, like, for example, this station, which is kind of a bit open, isn't it? Like, it's a bit open plan, this one. But that doesn't matter because the rides still look absolutely amazing. So, let's get on our first one right here and check it out. Okay, here we go. We're starting off with just a little room of water. We've got some water splashing. Cool. Damn, look at this first scene already. This looks really cool. This park does give me very, very strong, like, Efteling vibes as well, and it does kind of remind me of Efteling's water ride. Can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, so I'll have to chuck it up on screen, but yeah, it reminds me of that a lot. And that's definitely not a bad thing because that ride is very good. Look at that. Oh my God. We've even got working opening doors there. Okay, that's pretty sick. Oh, we've got a boat as well. I mean, the people's heads are a little bit, yeah. But that is epic. Look at that boat. And we also had like a little animation scene right there. And oh my God. Holy moly. This scene, man. God damn, look at this scene. This looks so cool. There's so much detail. And trust me, we've got some even better rides coming up. This is just the start. There's even a guy hanging from the ropes up there. Look at that. That's sick. And unfortunately, that is the end because it isn't actually finished from that point onwards because of, like I said earlier. But still, that is really, really cool. And then we've actually got like a separate exit station right here, which brings us back out onto this path. Wait, we've actually got an entrance here. I didn't actually know this was here. We've got a full-on entrance and like ticket booths here and everything. Again, unfortunately not finished, but I mean, look at this building. Look at that. That looks so sick. Oh my God. Bad flag though. Bad flag, guys. Bad flag. Bad flag. And here is the creator of the park as well, Left Skeena. I'll make sure to link some of their stuff down below. Make sure to go check them out because, well, you can definitely tell they build some good stuff. I think we've even got a car park over here, haven't we? Oh my God. It's a car park, guys. Absolutely amazing. I mean, it's not quite a Kosii level car park, but a car park at all. Amazing. Anyway, let's head then through here and let's check out our next ride, which I think we're going to go up to this one here. This Railway Bergensbanen. It's all in Dutch, isn't it? Guys, I don't speak Dutch. I don't speak Dutch. Now, again, unfortunately, this ride is, you know, unfinished, as you can tell. And I can't actually really work out where the station is. This, I think? Oh, no, it's here. It's here. Okay, I found it. And damn, a good station it is as well. Look at this. Gives me very, very heaven-like Fly vibes, you know, or Baron 1989, whatever the fuck it. I can't remember the name of it, guys. But it gives me those vibes very heavily, you know, that kind of steampunky vibe. And I must say, it looks really, really nice. Let's actually hop on right here. And apparently we're going to Oslo. Epic. Oh, here we go, guys. These are some very, very sharp banking. Bloody hell. And then up the chain lift we go. Oh, no. The lights are flashing red. It's very intense, guys. Very scary. I didn't actually realize this was a mostly indoor coaster, but as we can see right here, it is. And holy moly, what on earth is in front of us? Okay. Oh, we got the little train flashing lights. I do have to say, in real life, I'm not a fan of these type of coasters. I don't know, just things happen too fast, and you don't even really see what's going on that much. Like right now, the entire thing was black, but oh, okay, that's pretty cool though with those lights. But yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of these sort of rides. But to be fair, this one is pretty cool. That train there was very nice. But yeah, that was pretty damn cool there. Even if I'm not a massive fan of these sort of coasters, it is very, very well done, especially for Theme Park Tycoon 2. But guys, we are definitely not finished there. We still have, I think, 2 more dark rides right here. And I have left the best to last, trust me. Before we check out our next ride, though, I just want to admire some of this scenery right here. Like, this building is absolutely beautiful. Again, it's a shame it's unfinished because, like, I could just imagine how amazing this park would be when it's finished. But, I mean, when you look at fences like this, yeah, it makes sense why his game crashes. I mean, look at it. It's absolutely bad. And I mean, he's even got toilets here. Did they actually have toilets in? Ah, boo. No, but it is pretty sick that he's actually got toilets here and even sinks and the blow dryers here, you know. Amazing little details, you know. There's and lockers as well. My brain, the realism, guys, the realism. But here we are at our next ride. This one looks, well, very interesting, I must say. This exterior looks absolutely sick. Look at this. And you've got some custom picnic benches. Just gonna screenshot those for research purposes here, guys. Okay, what's our next ride? It's the Cathedrala Fantomella. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna call in a favor here. Timon, how do I pronounce this?
It's the Cathedrala Fantomella. And waarom edit? Subscribe to me. Timon.
No, Timon, none of that. I'm gonna cut you off there. No promoting on the Kosii channel. Okay, but this one's got like full-on lore to it. Look at this. We've got like some scrolls to read. Let's read these very majestically here. Once upon a time, there was a mysterious castle which protected people of the village from evil. 4 volunteers keep the spirits and the things they feel connected to deep underground. But the villagers knew no better of them. There's also a Dutch version, but I'm gonna offend many people if I try to read this. So let's just move on, yeah? Okay, let's head inside and... Ooh, look at this. This is... very cool. Little seeds right here. And then we've actually got like just these rock walls, which, oh my god, this looks stunning, doesn't it? And then, well, we've got a little single riders queue, but I've got many friends, guys. I'm not single. I promise. So let's go down the main queue. I love these little things that he's got here, though. That shows, like, the wait time. You see this in a lot of theme parks. And again, just more realism. Like, the amount of realism in this park is amazing. And look at this room. It all just works so well. Like, this looks amazing. And here we are, guys. This is actually a trackless dark ride, as you can see, which is probably, I think it is the first one I've ever showcased on this channel, which, yeah, that's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool thing. So let's hop on right here. Oh, there he is. He's watching from afar. He's just looking at us. Ooh. And here we go into the Cathedral Phantomella. Once upon a time, there was a thing on a staircase. Whoa! Oh my god! Look at this, man. Holy moly. Oh, I'm looking the wrong way, guys. I'm looking the wrong way. This looks insanely cool. Look at this. He's even got, like, if you look up, like, just the light beams. Oh, my God. And then these scenes as well. Oh, my God. Look at the little guys. I mean, I have to say, the models are a bit goofy because they're, you know, it's Theme Park Tycoon 2 in it. But still, this looks amazing. And the fact that we've actually got a trackless dark ride in Theme Park Tycoon 2. I love this so much. This is so cool. Look at it. You can even see, like, the lights up there as well as like a little Easter egg almost. It's just so realistic. I love this. Okay, what's in this next room here? Oh, it's some scary eyes. Whoa. Oh my god, look at this, bro. What the hell? Oh my god, that looks insane. The show scenes in this ride are so good. And so all villagers got scared away by the witch and they all rest happily ever after. God, I should be a voice actor, shouldn't I, guys? I'm just so good at it. That is insanely cool, though. It's definitely not the first trackless dark ride I've seen in Theme Park Tycoon 2, but it is one of the best. That was really, really cool. And I mean, yeah, some of those show scenes were like, it's just speechless about them, honestly. And we do have one last area, which is this downtown marketplace, as you can see, which looks really, really cool. Unfortunately, again, is nowhere near finished, which is such a shame. But what was here so far, yeah, it looks really, really cool. And then one last thing he asked me to do right here is also set it to nighttime, because this park does have some nice nighttime lighting, so let's check it out. And I mean, you can see here, this is beautiful. I didn't even notice this. We've got like this little playground here. It's just little details like this that I absolutely love. It just really makes a park that extra bit special, doesn't it? Like, I mean, yeah, look at this. Very, very cool. And then this ride right here. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I absolutely love it when people do night lighting because it... Oh my god, it just makes it look so cool. Like, this theme right here is perfect for as well. And oh my god. Yeah, this is very atmospheric. Jesus. And one thing I did just notice here, though, by the way, is that we've even got, like, these height guides. And we've even got test seats as well, which, yeah, that's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool detail. Something that I'll be stealing for my park. Now, it wouldn't be a best park video without some Has the MC Man theme park. So next up, let's check out his Lakeside Adventure Park. Today, we're riding the best roller coaster in the best theme park ever built in Theme Park Tycoon 2. We're going to be checking out these 3 amazing roller coasters as well as exploring the entire park. This is the first time this has ever been shown on YouTube, so trust me, you do not want to miss this one. Before we get into it, though, it'd be amazing if you subscribed if you haven't already. Alright, let's get into exploring this park. Alright guys, here we are in Has the MC Man's absolutely gigantic Lakeside Adventure right here. Probably one of the best, if not the best parks in the entire game. As you'll have seen from the intro, there is an absolute ton of roller coasters for us to ride right here. There is so much detail. This is absolutely amazing looking. I mean, we have absolutely so much to look at, but before we do head into the park right here, look at this car park. Very nice car park, very much Kosii approved car park. He's also got this really cool entrance right here, and I've not really seen many entrances this unique and this cool before in the game. It's obviously not your generic entrance, so very much like that. And then we run through this big sign right here, and look at this. We've got a coaster straight away, which looks to be like a boomerang sort of kids ride or something. This looks very nice. Almost went through the exit there, whoops. But without further ado, let's jump into the queue for Riptide. Now this queue is actually cornered off, but look at this queue. He's got this massive canopy going all the way along. That is so cool. And just the amount of custom trees in this park, oh my god. Anyway, here we are in the station, guys. Let's just jump straight on. There we go, guys. What absolutely amazing ride to start off with right here. I absolutely love how it goes around this ride right here with like the water queen all the way around and the waterfalls and stuff. This is just so cool. And of course, he's made custom flat rides for everything right here, which are really, really well done. And also, you can't help but notice this absolutely gigantic launch coaster right here. Although we're going to be riding that at the end of the video, so stick around to the very end if you want to see it. Anyway, we're going to head over this way right here, over these really nice umbrellas and seats and into the pirate themed area. This looks really sick, actually. Look at this entrance right here. It just baffles me how much detail he puts into these parks. You could just see how much time and effort has been put into these buildings. Every single brick is its own primitive. Oh, and we have a very cool view of this coaster right here going into the brakes right there. Let's head over to it though, guys, because this looks really cool. I love this sort of rope bridge that he's got going along here. Something that you don't really see in many parks, of course, and a really cool little detail. And that obviously leads us right to the front of Loro right here. Not caca, guys, because that means poo-poo. He would never call it caca, would you, Has? Let's just jump straight into the queue right here. And oh my god, even the queue has so much detail. Oh, look at it. There it goes. We're going to be there in just a second. This looks like it might even be one of the best coasters I've ever rode in Theme Park Tycoon 2. I'm not joking, guys. Before we decide that, though, we better get on the coaster right here. So let's jump into the station. Oh, look at just the detail in here as well. This station looks super cool. But without further ado, guys, let's jump on and give Loro a ride. Holy moly, okay, that was definitely the best ride I've ever ridden in Theme Park Tycoon 2, no doubt. Although I'm not sure it's better than this multi-launch over here, but I guess we're gonna have to see later, aren't we? But I absolutely love just all the rock work, just the decoration in here. Oh my god, it is insane. I love all the near misses you get with all the rocks as well. For example, over here, it is just such a nice detail. Everything is so cool. Even the supports have an insane amount of detail. I mean, come on. I mean, this coaster probably has more scenery and more time put into it than most of your guys' parks watching. And that's not an insult. It's just that this park is that insane. But anyway, I see a really cool drop tower there, so let's go check that out. Also, we got this photo booth here as well. Something no on-ride photos has. You're missing out, has. Oh my god, before we go to that drop tower though, look at this massive rocking ship. Holy shit. This is huge. This just looks absolutely insane. And then if we just run back here, it's a little bit hidden, but we have the queue for the drop tower right here. Now, we aren't going to be riding this, although if you do want to see the POV of that, make sure to become a member because I'm going to have the POV of that for members. He's even got some midway games over here and some teacups, or not really teacups, I guess barrels. Oh, and yes, the most important part of any park, the toilets. Honestly though, guys, I'm flabbergasted. Yes, that's a word and I'm using it. But something that I did see as we were just walking by here is that we have the launch for this multi-launch coaster right here. But as I promised before, we're not going to be riding that yet, guys. Because next we're heading over to the space-themed area right here for this massive launch spinning coaster. Oh boy, am I excited for this. This looks insane. Look at this. He's got another flat ride right here as well, which looks really cool. And just look at this side. This side is absolutely insane. I could never build anything like this in the game, honestly, guys. I'm not this good. Anyway, let's just run through the queue and let's jump in the station. Okay, here we are, guys, in this massive, like, space sort of themed station. It looks really cool. They've got, like, satellites coming off of it and everything. But hey, without further ado, guys, let's just jump straight onto the coaster. Oh, damn. That was absolutely incredible. I'm running out of positive words to say, guys. I need like a thesaurus. Oh, I love this little viewing platform he's got right here as well, where you can just peek through the cracks at the coaster going by. I'm honestly not sure which one I like more, this coaster or that pirate coaster over there. I don't know, guys. Comment down below which one's your favorite. But now, guys, we're getting into, in my opinion, the best area in this park. And also, we've just wandered down here and I've just seen, look at this unicorn. Oh my god. I love how we're also focusing on the unicorn when we have this absolutely gigantic castle here as well. Anyway, here's the exit, guys, but we're not going to go through the exit when there's a really cool queue for us to go through. So let's just run through here and under this. Oh, look at this. Another custom flat ride right here. And it goes over the bloody path. That's insane. Damn, just the amount of work that's been put into this. I have no words for it. Like, you didn't need to make this custom flat ride right here. There's a flat ride in the game just like it, but he did. And that's absolutely crazy. And speaking of absolutely crazy, oh my god. It's a bloody dragon. Oh my god. Which is, funnily enough, the entrance to Azazel, which we're going to go check out now. Let's just run through the queue like this. There's so much detail that we're missing here, but again, we are going to be going through this a bit more in depth in another video, so, you know, it is what it is. Anyway, guys, here we are back in this really nice castle. This looks insane. But without further ado, guys, let's just jump straight onto the coaster. Okay, guys, that's what we've all been waiting for this entire video, and I'd say it did not disappoint, did it? I mean, we saw a lot of this area right here on the actual coaster, of course, but let's just take a bit of a closer look. I absolutely love this fountain that it's got in the middle, and just the queue is really interesting, you know? How it goes over the paths and up and around and stuff like that is really cool. And oh my god, guys, it's the only actually working flat ride in the park. But except from that, we just have so much detail in this park, like this hot air balloon. There's even a car park back here, because why not? I know why, because I told him to do it. But I just cannot get over the amount of time and effort and detail has gone into this park, honestly. This park definitely earns its best park in Theme Park Tycoon 2 name, doesn't it? Well, actually, speaking of, when it comes to the park leaderboard, well, I think we all know what I'm going to say, don't we? Obviously, this can be no lower than first place. I mean, duh. Where else am I supposed to put this? 10th place? No, it is definitely the best park I've ever seen in this game. No questions asked. Which I think now means that Has the MC Man has the first, second, and third best park in the game. Someone needs to come in the game and try and beat Has, okay?
The first of many Fadlands today. Next up, we're checking out Fadland Adventure Point.
In today's video, we're going to be taking a look around this gigantic detailed theme park with 4 huge areas and tons of coasters to ride. This is one of FadBob's best parks ever, so I'm super excited to check this one out. Quickly though, it would be absolutely amazing if you could hit that red button. Not if you've already subscribed, that would be bad though. Anyway, let's get right into the video. So here we are in Fadland. As you can see, Fadland Adventure Point built by FadBob. Bit of an interesting entrance right here. He's got this big thing right here, and he has like a stage where the grand opening was and like this sort of grass roof. And then all the way over to the right here, he's got a massive car park with an absolute bunch of cars. And look at the solar panels. They're all over the place in this park, guys. Trust me, you'll see them soon. But anyway, here is the big entrance. Let's just run through. He's actually got a full system right here where you can press the button. It comes up with some stuff right here, but we don't have time for that, guys. We're getting straight into the roller coasters. Before we do, though, look at this absolute huge observation tower. We'll take a little look at that later, although first of all, we're just going to go straight into Winterville. Very original name, you know, very, very exciting. Now, there's a bunch of stuff to look at in this place right here, but the thing that is catching my eye is this coaster right here. So if we just quickly run over here, you can see we've got Blizzard. I love this entrance he's got with the RMC going around the actual entrance here as kind of part of the sign. That is insane looking. Although he is missing a path right here. Wait, no, that's supposed to be there. Guys, that's supposed to be... Okay, ignore me. Anyway, let's just quickly run through this station. This looks really cool. I love the design that he's got right here with all these windows. And here we are, guys, straight onto the coaster. We ain't messing around today. So without further ado, let's give a ride on Blizzard. Alright guys, there we go. That was absolutely insane. I love that. That was a really nice RMC, especially for the amount of space that he had right here. Obviously not a very classic RMC, but still very cool. And look at this, he's even got a little snowball fight here. Wow, that's a really nice little detail. I wish we could take a look at everything in here, but we simply can't. There is too much to look at. Anyway, let's head over to the Sand Dune Oasis next. To probably my favorite ride in this entire park, because I absolutely love this single rail. And look at this, he's even got a bridge that goes over the track right here where you can watch it go over the launch. That's pretty cool. But if we just run all the way around here, I think the entrance to, yes, Desert Falcon is right here. So let's quickly run through. I love the use of pallets right here. It's kind of like a fence around this transfer track. I actually forgot to mention that in the last one, but all these have some really cool transfer tracks. We'll look at them later. But here it is, guys. A pretty simple and small station, but still pretty cool. But anyway, let's hop on Desert Falcon. Okay, pretty cool coaster ride there. I like that a lot. Something that I did want to just show you before I launch myself off of it is the is the actual switch track right here. I mean, if you look at this right here, he's obviously got all the platforms that move across and all that sort of stuff. And then he's actually got the storage shed in here. I mean, he's got this little ramp right here, the catwalks, and of course, this actually looks like it could move across, which is pretty nice. All right, I think we head back to the plaza now and go take a look at this massive observation tower. So let's just run through here and look at this. We get an insane view of this park from up here. I love the ring of solar panels he's got all the way along as well. That's really cool. And we can actually go up even higher to this kind of sky garden right here. But anyway, let's just jump off of this like a normal human being and let's check out these buildings. He's got like a bunch of shops and stuff right here. I think there's one through here, yeah, where he's got all these huts, including the amazing Super Idol credit machine. Oh my god, guys, we've lost minus 0.0 million credits. Oh, but don't worry, guys, I can get plus infinity credits. Although I hate this area because he didn't add my shopping. Damn you, Fat Bob. But again, he's got a nice roof garden over here. This feels very like natural and very green, this bit of place does, doesn't it? Although something that I have just noticed is this massive building right here and sign for Dragon Town. But hang on a minute, look at that. We've got a very chunky dragon right here. And obviously a bunch of pagodas and stuff. Ooh, we've got a little kids ride there. Let's go check that one out, shall we first? So here it is, the Gunpowder Express. So I'm guessing this is like the kiddie ride of the park, I guess. There's not many kiddie rides here. If you look at all the rides, they're absolutely huge, but this does look pretty cool. Here it comes. Let's hop on, guys.
All right, pretty nice little kids ride, although I have just realized it does resemble a certain shade. Anyways, let's move on to the next ride. He's got a bunch of restaurants right here. I love the Chinese architecture that he's gone for in this area. Very cool. Anyway, let's go on Flight of the Fire Dragon. Now, this one does seem like it has a pre-show, although sadly, we're not really going to be able to take a look at it right here because, of course, you know, the music has gone. Anyway, let's run up right here and we're right into the station. So, without further ado, let's jump on. And there we go. That was very cool. I absolutely love these sort of, not boomerang coasters. I don't know what you'd actually call these. But the ones where they kind of launch up and then launch backwards and then back through the layout and stuff. It's still a complete layout, so it's not a boomerang coaster. I'm not exactly sure what you'd call it, you know? But I really, really love that. That's a very cool coaster. Although no switch track, so, oh, unbelievable, Fad Bob. Unrealistic. I'm only joking, of course. I don't think these rides even have switch tracks. They might not. I don't actually stink! But anyway, let's head on to the next area right here, which is Timberland Woods. Now, this is a very interesting area. It's got like grass paths all the way around, which is something you don't normally see, is it? But it's got this absolutely massive rotor drop right here with like a massive tree thing at the top of it, obviously, because this is like tree themed. But we're not going to be riding that. You all know what a roto drop looks like, of course. What we are going to be riding, though, is this splash burst, which we can see from this very lovely bridge. Oh, and of course, we've got the famous Fad snack machines. How did I forget? We can go in here, we can get ourselves a salad, and wow, we've got a salad. Is it gonna come? Where's my salad? Where's my salad? There's my salad, guys. Incredible that it's incredible. Anyway, we've got Forest Splashdown here. Very inventive names over at Fadland, you know. The creative director for this park is very inventive. I do love how the entrance to this ride, though, is kind of in the middle of the ride, kind of like almost like an island. I know it's not actually an island, but it feels almost like an island, you know. And of course, we've got the snowman who's operating the ride, which is very realistic. Anyway, without further ado, let's rambling. Let's get straight onto it. That was a very chill ride right there. Very cool. And we come right out on a very lovely Fad store right here with the great shirts. Yeah, I eat potatoes and Potato Gang. I'm going to buy those, you know, guys. Next episode, you'll see me wearing, instead of the lovely Hello You merch, I'll be wearing the Yes, I Eat Potatoes merch. He's also got a bunch of buildings over here, which once again don't have Kosii's cookies in them. Or do they actually? No, they don't, do they? Ugh, absolute bullshit, guys. Oh, I didn't actually even notice this, but he's got an entire like road going down here. That's pretty cool. With loads of advertisements for the actual park. Well, I guess not advertisements, but just banners in general. This is actually a really cool detail. It's really nice, you know. If you think we're done there though, guys, oh, you are wrong. There is still 2 more coasters, or I guess 1 coaster and 1 go-karts for us to ride. Yes, that's right. This park has go-karts. It's something that I've never even really seen in the game. But before we do go on that, let's go on this ride right here. This one's actually a boomerang coaster right here called Speedster. So let's just jump on right here. That was a pretty neat little ride right there. I quite liked that. Obviously not the most exciting or decorated ride ever, but still pretty cool. One thing that I have just noticed though is, yeah, okay, moving on, guys. I'm not sure what I just found, but we're just gonna pretend like that never happened. I have heard that there's a lovely photo up over here with my favorite YouTuber, Fadbob. Oh my god! Wow, guys, get your phone out. Let's take a photo. Whoa! Anyway, here we are at the go-karts, which you guys have probably been waiting to check out. So let's do just that. He's actually got some helmets right here, which we can, you know, put on. And the cool thing about this ride is obviously he's using coasters right here, but they kind of race each other. But as you will see, they actually finish in the exact same place. So nobody wins. Big sad. Anyway, we're gonna jump on the blue one because that's my channel color, and we're gonna not win this race, I guess. Wow, guys, what a truly invigorating race that was. Still pretty cool, though. I love this massive building he's got around here as well. A little, you know, over the top, but still very cool. And of course, he's got all the tires going all the way around here, like you see at a lot of racetracks with the red and white. You know, it's very stereotypical go-karting. Very cool. Anyway, let's hop out right here, and that's basically everything to look at in this park. Here's the man himself running after us. I don't know why, but, you know. No, this is a really cool park, and definitely one of the best Fadland chains I think I've ever seen him do. There's so many little details and things to look at that we haven't even seen really in this video. Like, for example, there's actually this cafe up here which we can actually watch the roller coaster from, which is a really nice detail, you know? So as the sign says, guys, if you haven't already, make sure to go subscribe to Fadbob. He makes great videos and obviously great parks. Now the question is though, is where is this going to go on the park leaderboard? I'm thinking probably 10th place. But it isn't exactly the most detailed park, obviously, even though it is really, really cool and there's lots of little things to look at. So I think putting this just under Dark Disc's Shadow Valley, I think that's a pretty fair rating, you know?
Next up, we have a giant theme park with 6 huge roller coasters. Let's check it out. Hello and welcome to Shadow Valley, a park with 6 absolutely huge roller coasters from hypers to 4D coasters, each offering something different and unique. And today we're going to be riding every single one of them and exploring around the park. What's more is this park has never been shown on YouTube before, so make sure to stick around to the end to see it all. And if you do enjoy, why not make that red subscribe button great? Red is so overrated. Anyways, let's get into exploring the park.
And here we are in Shadow Valley, and as you can see, we've got this massive entrance in the background, and we've got a hyper coaster which actually goes over the entrance, which looks absolutely insane. We're going to be getting to that a little bit later, but I mean, look at that coaster. That looks absolutely insane. So if we just run through here, we've got some metal detectors, some bag checks and stuff, and here we are. We're straight into the park right here and onto our first coaster already. This is Lumber Dash right here, which is a Gravity Group project. Looks pretty cool. I think this is all completely custom support right here, which is absolutely insane. Anyway, let's very quickly run through this entire queue right here, and there's the man himself getting ready for us to get on the ride right here. This is a really, really cool station right here, but without further ado, let's get straight onto the ride. And there we go. That was a really cool little wooden coaster there to get the video started off, wasn't it? The amount of detail just on this chain lift alone is insane. And you may have seen as we're going along there, this huge hypercoaster that we're going to be showcasing off at the very end of the video. But let's just head down here, and you can see this brings us out to this little roto drop right here. And if we just head back to the main street right here, you can see we've got quite a few buildings right here going all the way along. He even has a water filtration system for this bloody fountain right here. That's insane. And he also has some shops which are lacking anything in them. But no, this is a really cool main street right here. You can see there's an absolute bunch of little places to just come chill and eat and actually buy some food here. All right, well, let's now head over to Aerial Grill, I think that says right here. And as you can see, we've got a couple coasters to head on. You can go grab some candy floss as well. Pretty cool. But here we've got Boardwalk Boomerang, which is obviously a prefab boomerang right here. So let's actually get onto it right here. This looks really cool. It's pretty simple, but I really like the theme that he's got here. And it's actually quite a nice little Vekoma boomerang right here. Anyway, let's actually get on the ride right here. And there we go, Boardwalk Boomerang, another nice little coaster right there. But don't worry, we're going to be getting to some of the bigger ones very, very soon here. Look at this as well. We've got like a little balloon pop thing right here. He's even made a teddy bear as like a little gift. But let's walk over these bridges right here and let's head over to this area over here. We're not going to be riding all of these, but I'd just like to point out this park has an absolutely incredible amount of flat rides right here. As you can see, in just this small area, we've got a launch free fall, a nautical jet, and a Ferris wheel. And we've even got another little, Midway game, that's what it's called. But let's head over here because this coaster right here looks absolutely insane. We've got Python here, which is a beyond vertical drop coaster. And as you can see, we have the most realistic Python ever built in Theme Park Tycoon 2. But let's head into the queue right here. This is pretty nice looking. I really love this station right here. It's even got like some operator buttons right here. You can see on both of these. These are just really nice details, to be honest. So anyway, without further ado, let's get straight onto the ride. There we go, a pretty intense small coaster right there. I really liked that. That's 3 coasters down, but surprisingly, that's only half of the coasters in this park done so far. As you can see, we still have an absolute ton of coasters to do still. And speaking of coasters, we have this Ferrari-themed coaster right here called Formula 1, of course. And I'm not exactly sure what these are called in real life. I think it's like an Ultra Twister or something. I'm not sure. But this is a really, really cool ride idea right here. I don't think I've ever seen one of these that are actually in Theme Park Tycoon 2, especially one as good as this. Anyway, let's get straight onto it right here. Okay, obviously not too much theming onto this right here, but it's still a really cool ride. Anyway, as we exit right here, I've actually seen that we've got this really cool, I'm guessing, gift shop right here, and he's built an entire Formula 1 car. That's really cool, actually. And he's also built a completely custom slingshot ride. I'm not sure it's too safe, but sure. Surely they can't actually do this in real life, right?
A man has fallen into the river.
Normally they have like a big circular cage around it. Oh well, anyway, that's a really cool little custom flat ride there.
Well, I say little,
but it's absolutely massive. Anyway, let's head to the back of the park right here because I'm really excited to get on this coaster here. I don't know if it's just me that's been eyeing up this coaster and thinking, holy shit, this looks cool. So yeah, let's get straight onto Blossom right here. One thing that I do wish that we'd see more in this park right here is slightly longer queues, although I understand why he hasn't done it. It's obviously just because there's not enough room in the game, really, and I mean, I'm surprised he's been able to fit this much actually in, to be honest. And I'd also just like to point out that I absolutely adore these signs that he's got in front of all the rides. You can see that he's done these all completely with primitives right here, no images or anything, which is really impressive, to be fair. But it's still really cool, all the details that he's added in, even if they aren't exactly too realistic on the queues. And something that we actually kind of skipped by right here when we went into the queue is that he's even got, I think this is kind of like a bar right here. You can see we've got like sports and news on in the background. He's got a bunch of cans down here. So yeah, let's get on to Blossom right here. Wow, that was absolutely insane. If you've ever tried to build a 4D coaster in this game, you'll know how actually hard it is to build these. So, you know, for a 4D coaster this size, it is really good. Now, guys, we've obviously got the big hyper coaster here, but I'm going to be really annoying, and I'm not going to show it you quite yet. We're going to actually ride that very last. But before that, we do have Tangerine over here. I wonder where the name comes from.
I'm smiling, but it ain't funny.
But anyway, let's quickly hop into the queue right here. Let's just get straight onto it right here.
What's going on? What's going on? What? I don't understand what's going on here.
There you go, that was Tangerine. I'm honestly really amazed at how compact some of these coasters are though, seriously. Like, this is in such a small blueprint, and the fact that he's been able to fit 6 whole massive coasters into this build is insane. Obviously, some of these aren't the most detailed, and they're pretty basic on the decoration, but it is supposed to be like that because it is a realistic park after all. So although it kind of lacks in decoration in places, I'm really surprised at how much he's been able to fit in here and how realistic it is. But anyway, guys, it's time to get on the thing that you've probably all been waiting for the most. We have Stingray here, which is this absolutely gigantic B&M hypercoaster right here. So I'm not going to tease you anymore. Let's get on to this. Damn, I absolutely love hypercoasters in this game. They are just really pretty, and that was a pretty good one. Of course, this is fully custom supported, like actually every ride is in here, I think, which obviously takes a lot of work to do, especially on this wooden coaster right here. Honestly, this park is just really impressive to me, because there's obviously been so much work being put into every single coaster and area of this park. I mean, we didn't even get to see all of it because there is just so much to look at. This diner right here even has a rooftop bar and a backstage right here. I mean, how cool is that? Something else that we didn't even realize as well is there's even a medic stand over here. How insane is the amount of detail in this park? It is unbelievable. So yeah, this honestly has to be one of my most favorite realistic parks I've ever showcased. Okay, so where is this going on the park leaderboard? Now, the leaderboard, it's getting really hard to decide where things goes because we've honestly just showcased so many good parks. So I think where I'm going to put this is just under Harry's Smiley recreation in 8th place. Now, 8th may seem bad, but that's actually really good. And like I said, recently it's been really hard to rate these because there's just so many good things on the leaderboard. But yeah, I really enjoyed this park, so really well done, Darkness.
Very nice. Now it's time to check out a huge theme park featuring lands themed to games ranging from Minecraft to GTA 5.
Today we are looking at one of the best parks that I've ever seen in Theme Park Tycoon 2. We're going to be riding the 2 huge roller coasters as well as this incredible water ride right here all today. I'm sure you guys are as excited as me, so let's not hesitate any longer. If you enjoyed this video, consider making that subscribe button gray. That would be amazing. Alright, enjoy. So here we are at Acuity's game park. And as you can see, this park has a ton of rides. And trust me, some of these rides are insane. From GTA to Minecraft to Jurassic World and even Angry Birds right here. We really have a lot to ride right here, so let's just get straight on with it. First of all, just look at this entrance right here. I love this entrance. It's got the big games controller, the Nintendo Switch things, and if we just run straight through here, we can see that this arch is just insane. Now, I'm not sure which one we're going to go for first. I think we're going to go to GTA first because we're going to go in the order that these were actually built. So first of all, we've actually got GTA Land right here, which has a ton of really cool recreations of the game. We have the Diamond Casino right here. We have all these really cool skyscrapers right here. It really feels like the actual game. And here's the entrance for our first ride right here, Grand Theft Auto Online The Ride. Or I guess Los Santos Tuners. Oh my god, look at this area right here. Holy shit, this is an insane queue right here. This is of course themed to like one of the garages right here where you can take your car in and get it tuned up and changed and stuff like that. And it just looks really cool. Now this is actually a dark ride right here technically, and you use some really cool techniques to actually make it seem like the train, or I guess the car that you're riding on, actually is swaying with it, which is really cool. So without further ado, let's give it a ride.
Hey, you ready? Alright, here it is. These marks up in Bolingbroke ain't just sitting there waiting for someone to take them out. Once we inside, we need a fast way to know which ones these fools are and where they at. What we need is an inside man, a specialist, and there ain't no one specialer than Lil D. We grew up together, you know? Pick him up and do what he says. He got a plan to get his in the pen before the day is out.
Allow me to make your acquaintance. Lil D, that's his cousin. I'ma help you with this Bolingbroke job. But first I need to pick up something from an associate of mine. Alright, now we're gonna take care of my business, and in doing so, we're gonna take care of your business. You see him? Alright, I'm gonna step out. Alright, take me to this address. That's where these live. Now, my expectation is that we'll be unable to resolve our differences peacefully. So after I take this piece and shoot 1 or 2 of these fools, I'ma have myself a first-class ticket to jail. There ain't gonna be no one to mess around while I'm inside. Labor saver, y'all. Okay, you wait right here. Hey, let's finish these fools. Or if you think you can put them in the rear view, let's hit it. Oh, that was some shooting. Go yourself, all right? Appreciate it. I felt that. Where should it go? Later.
Okay, today we gonna work on our big entrance. We ain't just gonna roll up the bowling broke and knock on the gate. Nah, we gonna hit this like what we are, drivers. All it takes is one stunt ramp in the right spot. Y'all gonna fly over the wall like a bird of prey. I got the idea when I drove past that movie they shooting in town. Saw a big old ramp just sitting there. I figured we make our own. So head over there and watch out for security.
Alright, pretty cool ride right there. I actually really enjoyed that. And again, the way that he's actually got it so that the train, you know, kind of spins around as it goes to make it feel like it's kind of swerving, you know, or drifting, I guess. That's a really, really cool little detail right there. But anyway, let's jump out here. We obviously come out of a tunnel right here, which is quite cool, to be honest. And one thing that I did want to show you before we move on to the next land over here, which is the Minecraft land, is this little area right here. Now, hey, YouTube, if you're looking at this, this is not, guns. No, that doesn't say guns. It says, water pistols. Yeah, no, that's also a gun. These are just, they're not guns, I promise. But no, if we walk inside right here, he's actually made, like, the full gun shop sort of thing right here. I mean, if you've played GTA, you know this is exactly what it looks like right here. We've even got a button right here, which I think, you know, But no, that's basically everything for this area right here. Of course, most of this is actually in the big buildings right here. He's got this massive construction thing. I mean, honestly, it's a bit hard to showcase off these huge buildings right here. But anyway, we're going to go through the Diamond Casino right here. And that brings us actually into the Minecraft land. Now, this may actually be one of my favorite rides in the entire park right here. I can't be sure, but this is one of my favorite at least. It's just got so many cool details. I absolutely love this. Like, before we even go on the ride right here, you can see we've got some really cool details. I think this is supposed to be popular MMOs right here. And then you've got Gaming with Jen. You've got Dan TDM over here. We've got a bee, a guy, and a little wolf right here. I mean, you know, it's just so many cool little details. And it actually looks really Minecrafty. By the way, before we do actually jump on the ride right here, I'd just like to point out that I have just redone all of my memberships, which are down below. You can get early access to my videos, member-only videos, and so much more down below. So if you haven't already, make sure to go check that out because it's actually really cheap and you get a bunch of perks. Hit that join button down below if you want to find out more. This one's kind of like a dark ride, but it's also mixed in with a roller coaster. So I'm really excited to give this a ride right here, and it is really cool. So without further ado, enjoy POV.
From the Diamond Minecraft, welcome back. Deep Slate Generation 2. I'm gonna be rich, and so are you. Subscribe! Let me drink a little celebratory drink. These are diamonds, guys. We have found ourselves, even with new generation. How many diamonds are here? Oh, yes. Yo, we hit the jackpot.
Alright, very, very cool. I love how he's made, like, the actual minecart tracks going all the way along here. I wish he would have done that for the entire thing, but, you know, that would have probably killed the megabyte limit. And it would have also probably killed him, because that would have taken forever. But still, it is a really cool effect that he's done it at least along here still. There's also a balloon ride over here, but I mean, I'm not going to ride that. You all know what a balloon ride is if you've ever played Theme Park Tycoon 2 before. But like I said before, this is probably my favorite ride in this entire park. I absolutely love it. But now it's time to go into the Jurassic World land right here. And oh my god, look at this. It looks so cool right here. We've got like this massive temple right here with all these big arches and stuff going all the way around here, and you can see the train actually going along right there. I think it is actually missing the water in the bottom of this. Yes, it turns out there was supposed to be water because I've just spoken to Acuity who's now fixed it. But now this looks even better. We've even got like a little outlook post right here where we can actually see it go up and down. We may see another train come through soon. Before we do go on this ride, quickly look at this right here. We've actually got like a little viewing area for like this massive dinosaur right here, which looks really cool. There's also this viewing tower right here, which gives some really nice views of this ride right here. Hopefully it'll actually come down soon, because this will be really cool to see if it does. You could also see some of the areas all the way around here. It's kind of an observation deck for the entire park. Oh, speaking of observation decks, there's one over there. But it does give you a really nice view of this entire park, and you can see just how much detail and how much work has been put into this. Wait, did I miss it? Oh my god, I missed it. It's going up the chain lift. Well, I guess we're gonna miss it, but I mean, hey, if I actually get it, maybe editor will put it on screen. Right, okay, I'm not gonna sit here and wait. It's gonna take forever. I'm gonna play a game on my phone while I wait. But anyway, that's enough dilly-dallying around. Let's actually get on this ride right here. that just absolutely incredible. Imagine if we had a ride like this in real life at like Universal or something. Oh my god, that would be amazing. Definitely at least the best water coaster I've ever seen in this game. It's just really, really cool. This building just looks absolutely insane. But anyway, sadly that's pretty much everything for this land, but we do have one last land left. We've got this giant Angry Bird right here, which you can see from above, and of course we've got a coaster and a bunch of rides over here as well. Now again, there's nothing too special with the drop tower. I like how he's done the actual station sort of thing right here though with all this around, but what is absolutely incredible is this ride over here. I honestly didn't even realize this was here because of how much stuff there is, and it kind of just blends in so well, but oh my god, this ride looks amazing. Okay, it doesn't actually have a lot of sequencing that you can see from the ride, but honestly, this is one of the coolest flat rides I've probably ever seen in the game, so I'd be stupid not to show this right here. So enjoy a quick POV right here of Bomb's booming slingshot. Pretty short ride right there, but still a really cool ride. I mean, I had to show that off because it is just a really, really nice flat ride. We've also got this twister right here as well. Something that this park does really well is having a lot of really highly detailed and kind of custom flat rides right here that are really interesting. So without further ado, I reckon we give it a ride. And there we go, that was the Angry Birds coaster right here. So in that I find probably a little bit more funny than I really should is these fucking Angry Birds. I mean, look at these guys' faces. Look at look at this. I don't know what it is. But I mean, you know, it's it's truly something to behold. That actually finishes off everything for this park right here. What an absolutely amazing park, eh? Make sure to comment down below what was actually your favorite ride in this entire park, because it's gonna be a hard one. All these rides here are really cool.
It's time for another giant custom Six Flags park, this time built by Rowdy. This is a custom Six Flags in Theme Park Tycoon 2, featuring 5 gigantic roller coasters, a water ride, and more. This could be one of the best and most realistic parks in Theme Park Tycoon 2. So today we are going to be riding all of the roller coasters, including this huge one themed to Superman. These POVs have never been shown on YouTube before, so if you enjoy, make sure to hit that like button. And without further ado, let's get into it. So welcome to Six Flags Over Arizona, a beautiful park built by Rowdy. We have 5 absolutely amazing massive roller coasters to ride here, along with a river rapids and much more to look at. But this park is absolutely huge. So first of all, at the entrance right here, we've got this really beautiful entrance, and if we just run around here, we've got like this little construction site. And can I just point out, I love these potties. These are the most beautiful details I've ever seen in a theme park.
there is like a little bit of a car park, like the edge of a car park right here. And you have this fence running all the way along, which I think is a really nice detail. And it kind of helps to cement the theme park, you know, and make it feel like it's an actual real place, you know, not just some random theme park on some random plot in a game, you know. And I mean, this entrance has so many beautiful little details. I mean, look at this. We've got like, you know, some metal detectors right here. And this entrance is just really, really nice, to be honest. And then we have over here, Rowdy is Forrest Gump, which, again, this is just a lovely detail, isn't it? And of course, we then open up into the massive main street. Now, we can't look at every little detail right here because, you know, there's quite a lot, as you can tell right here, but we have a couple buildings right here, like Oregano. Oregon, I'm hoping that's how you say it. We have the Flash Pass, you know, and this beautiful little outdoor dining area. Wow, this is really nice. I really like those string lights. And something really cool right here is that if we run up here, we've actually got a little thing here that goes to the water blasters, where we can press these buttons, and yeah, we get some water out here. Not sure why the water's yellow. That's like the color of pee. What the f? But hey, I guess you can shoot either water or pee at people. Pretty nice, you know. I mean, that's just a really nice detail. I bet a lot of people won't even realize this when they first come and actually have a look around the park, but it's just a really beautiful detail that you don't see much. And speaking of really beautiful little details, we've got all these nice little advertisements here for stuff like the dining pass. We've got this huge amphitheater right here, which again is just absolutely gorgeous and, you know, just really, really detailed. I'm not sure why The Simpsons is just playing over at the Arizona amphitheater. And according to Rowdy, if I turn my audio up here, we should hear steamed hams. This is the most random detail I've ever seen in my entire life.
Seymour! Superintendent, I was just...
I thought we were having steamed clams.
No, I said steamed hams. That's what I call hamburgers.
Anyway, we actually have our first ride right here, which is the PHX Phoenix. Phoenix is a Vekoma new gen coaster. So yeah, let's go through right here. I really like that he has the little flash pass thing right here. That's a really nice detail, of course. But if we just walk through the queue right here, of course, it's not the most exciting queue ever. It's not going to be because it's a Six Flags park, you know. Obviously, there's a lot of decoration here, but in a sort of realistic Six Flags sort of way, which, you know, is special in its own way. Although these roofs are still a really nice detail right here, and it does, you know, offer a bit of shade, and that's pretty realistic. This ride does look super cool right here. Of course, it is a Vekoma launched, so, you know, I reckon we get on here and ride it. There we go. Wasn't that amazing? That was a really, really good ride right there. Can I just point out that we've got a bunch of details here as well, like a little control panel. We've got bins to put your items in. Of course, a transfer track right here, which has like a generator and everything. And of course, you know, a storage shed. I mean, it'd be rude not to, wouldn't it? I mean, look, even the storage shed has ventilation. Just that amount of detail is insane. And we even like have a little wait time thing, a little height barrier, information about the ride, danger signs. There's just so many little details here. Of course, the park is actually separated into multiple different parts right here. So for example, now we're actually entering the Flagstaff area. Now we have the Chase Tower right here, which is like a little observational tower, which we're not gonna ride just because, you know, everyone's been on one of these observational towers before. We've got like this little advertisement board right here, which has like the Coca-Cola sponsorship, and it also has an advertisement about a new ride, because this actually has a story to it even, because Phoenix was actually kind of a new ride to the park, if that makes sense. So I really love that little bit of storytelling we get here. But anyway, if we actually run through here, we can actually see that we've got some of these little dry-off places. Oh my god, this detail and these lockers right here. I live for this sort of stuff. And I mean, look at these. If you've been in one of these in real life, I bet you haven't, because you just never want to pay for them, but they are so good. I absolutely love the details right here. This is absolutely gorgeous. And again, of course, we've got the wait time and all the information right here, and our height thingy. We even have access for disabled people, which is a really nice detail as well. We have this really cool loading station right here, actually, which I really like the looks of. Of course, you've got the big circular, like, loading area, but then you also have a bit of extra storage around here for, I guess, broken down rides or something like that. I'm not exactly sure how it works, so I can't say personally, but I'm guessing that's what this would be for here. But hey, I mean, this isn't the most, you know, exciting or long ride ever, but I still reckon we give this a ride right here. A very nice little chill ride there. I actually really enjoyed that. Of course, there wasn't really any major drops, but I don't think that's really the point. I think it's more supposed to be like a lazy river, just chill sort of ride, you know? But yeah, I really liked it, and the layout is really cool, like how it crisscrosses itself and stuff like that. It's a shame about like the stations having to be here, but I know why it does it, because as you can see, when that stops there, another one can be sent through, and it kind of sucks that we don't have block breaks still on River Rapids, but hey, I guess what can we do? But yeah, a really nice little River Rapids ride. Now, we're going to be saving this big red coaster right here to the end, because this one looks insane. So I'm gonna keep you guys waiting, so watch until the end if you want to see this. So what we're going to do for now is we're gonna head back on ourselves, and we're gonna go check out this area over here. So this now here is the desert outpost, and as you can see, we've got quite a few little rides here. Of course, we got Fireball, which, by the way, I love the details on this right here. Of course, we aren't gonna ride it because, you know, it's just a basic ride. But we've also got this little food stand right here, and I love how he's got like the Coke machine right here and the condiments and stuff like that. These are all just such little nice details, you know? But here we've got Pandemonium, which sounds really interesting, which is like a little spinning coaster right here, which also ties into Steel Gila, which we'll ride in just a second, but hold on. But let's give Pandemonia a ride right here. Let's just quickly walk through the queue. I love how he's got this little sign right here, and he's also got the photos as well. I love how he's got the sign right here, you know, which actually kind of makes sense for the ride's theme. That's really cool to see. But yeah, let's give this ride a go. And there we go. Pretty cool. It's a shame it doesn't spin a little bit more, but it is really hard to actually make this coaster spin, which is a bit ironic because it is a spinning coaster, but still, it is a really cool ride. And one thing that I really love is these little details right here. You get these in a lot of real life spinning coasters here where it just kind of guides the train forwards. And of course, in this game, it obviously doesn't, you know, properly line them up like it should in real life, but it's still a really nice detail. But yeah, really, really nice coaster. And right next door, of course, we've got Steel Gila, which looks so cool. We've actually got a little thing right here to test if you can fit in it, which is always such a cool detail. I love it when people do this. It's so simple because literally all you have to do basically is just place down a bit of track, you know, and it just works. But it's such a cool detail. So yeah, let's give Steel Gila a little bit of a ride right here. As it says here, it's got the weirdest queue layout ever, so I guess we'll see. Yeah, we've gone underground, and now we're going into a cattle pen, which isn't surprising for Six Flags, I guess. But Jesus Christ, this is a big fucking... Why is it such a big cattle pen? But okay, that wasn't that weird. I mean, it went underground, which was a bit odd, but, you know, except from that. Anyway, I am really, really excited to ride this right here, so let's just get straight on with it. There we go. That was a pretty sick ride there. I do feel like it was a bit slow for like the last half, you know, the pacing was a little bit off, but I mean, it's a hybrid coaster. Can you really complain? These block breaks right here are actually really interesting as well. He's actually got, I think these are sensors right here, which has some really cool details underneath. So that was Steel Gila, and now we've only got 2 coasters left in the park. So next up, we are actually going into the DC universe, which, you know, that means that we're going to get some sick rides here. And I actually really like how he's got these kind of, you know, under construction or not being used areas right here, which is just dirt and just, you know, some walls right here, because that's very realistic for parks. Even if you sometimes don't notice it, even in the better parks, you know, you still have sections like this. I mean, for example, Alton Towers, they have a very long just path that has like a weird random archway with like fake shrubs around it. I mean, you know, it's there for a reason because they're obviously doing something around there or don't want you to see it out, which, you know, stuff like that, that makes a park real, you know? But next here, we've got Batwing, which is a flying coaster. And again, we've got some really, really cool little lockers here. Oh, and one thing as well is that we actually have some photos right here. Now, I actually forgot to mention this, but some of the rides here actually have ride cameras on them. And this one here, Steel Gila, actually had a little place to get your photos, I think. Yeah, you can see here at the exit, something that I forgot to mention is that you can actually get some photos right here. And I think there was a photo camera on this. I'm not sure because it's not very dark. But hey, if you become a member, you can get POVs of the, you know, of these at nighttime and dawn. And hey, you might be able to notice on there. But yeah, anyway, let's give this a ride right here, Batwing, because this looks really cool. We've got a very similar queue to this ride over here that I have slightly forgotten the name of. but it's a very similar queue with the same sort of covers and stuff. But this station looks really nice right here. I like the curved roof and how he's done the supports here. That's really, really interesting. But yeah, I say we stop dilly-dallying around and actually give this a ride right here. Wow, that was a really, really cool flyer right here. It's actually quite hard to make a good flying coaster in the game, so I really, really liked that. He did a really good job. The only thing I would say is I'm not sure how realistic it is that there's no fence going around the edge right here, because, you know, what's the chances of some stupid cheater teenagers running in here and, you know, dying? I feel like the chance of that is quite high, which is why they normally have like fences or stuff around here. So that's a slight critique of a lot of this park, to be honest, because there's not many fences around a lot of these rides and stuff. But hey, you know, I guess it's just a small detail, really. And speaking of small details, I don't know if you noticed while we were on the ride, but we actually have some shipping containers and stuff right back right here, which I just love this, you know. You guys already know I love these little details right here. It is so cool to see these little details with like the shipping containers and stuff. So yeah, super, super cool right here. But back on the path here, we actually have a little enterprise right here, which is called the Supergirl Skyflyer, which is, you know, a pretty cool ride right here. Of course, I'm not going to ride it right now because, you know, it's just an in-game flat ride. I think it's time for what you've all been probably excited for this entire video, which is the Superman Krypton coaster. This looks so cool. So I reckon we just get straight on with it here and just give this a ride, you know. But before we do so, can I just point out, I absolutely love this station right here, how he's done this. He's even got some little things on right here, which I just had a little bit of a laugh at because it just says smooth as my marriage, you know. But it does look really, really cool right here. And I like this little detail that he's added. But yeah, enough dilly-dallying. I reckon it's time to finally ride Superman. Damn, what a good coaster to end the video off on. Jeez, that was really, really good. And of course, we have a really, really nice transfer track as well here. I mean, everything about this ride, especially this custom supporting right here, just, you know, looks amazing. And it's just probably one of my favorite rides in the game, actually, I'd even say. So yeah, major props to Rowdy. This was a really, really cool coaster and just honestly a really cool park. There's probably 1,000 things that I haven't shown you right here and a bunch of backstories and little details which I just haven't got time for today, sadly. But this is a really, really cool park. Make sure to go check out Rowdy Bush if you haven't already. His link will be down below. He definitely deserves more subscribers because this is a really, really cool park. Probably one of, if not the best realistic park I've ever seen in the game. Now for the park leaderboard, this was a really, really difficult one this time because I honestly didn't know where to put this. I didn't know if to put this above Stealth Dynamics Mega Park or below it, which I mean just shows how much I absolutely love this. I mean, I am a bit of a nerd when it comes to realism and I do really love realism, so I might be a little bit biased here, which is why I'm actually going to put this just below Stealth Dynamics Mega Park in 4th place. But honestly, this just was really, really close. I love all the little details and backstories, and just the rides in general are really good at this park. So yeah, congrats Rowdy for getting 4th place. A very, very solid placement to be on the list. But yeah guys, that's actually sadly everything for today's video. Sorry if this one's been a little bit longer than usual. There was a lot to show at this park.
Next up, we have another great Fadland park with tons more amazing coasters. This is Fadland, one of the best and most realistic parks ever built in Theme Park Tycoon 2 by Fadbob. Well, you know, unsurprisingly. It has 3 roller coasters, a log flume, an absolute ton of shops and rides all around the park with loads of details all over the place. It has some super realistic stuff like transfer tracks and maintenance paths and stuff like that, and also it has some really, really good scenery and roller coasters, so I'm very excited to have a look around this right here. Now, before we start, guys, make sure to go leave a like down below if you do enjoy this video. If we get like 100 likes on this video, I might do another one of Fadland's parks. He has Friddle Capital, which is a really amazing park, which I also kind of want to have a look around. So if this video hits 100 likes, we'll go have a look at Fadland Friddle Capital too. But yeah, let's get on with it. I hope you enjoy the video. Okay, so welcome all to Fadland Greenwood Grove, a brand new open park made by Fadbob, who's in the call in case I need to shout at him. It's got a bunch of coasters right here. I've been watching the series as it's been building, and it's just recently opened up. So we're going to go have a look around it, go ride the rides, obey none of the rules that Fad has laid out to me, and make an absolute mess. There's also a bunch of rides right here, as you can see throughout the park, and a mini indoor mall right here with a bunch of shops and stuff like that. Now, it's a really, really cool park that was completed in just 3 months with some really, really nice coasters. I mean, we've got like a Hyper over here. We got a Beyond Vertical Drop or whatever it's called. And we got a bit of a Wild Mouse sort of ride right here, which is Coconut Crazy, as you can see right here. So there's a lot to look at in today's video, which means it might be a little bit longer, but I really wanted to show this off because it's a really, really cool park, which I've been following, like I said, for quite a while right now. Before we go in, though, of course, we need to go buy a ticket over here, which is a whole 30,000, oh, $10. I don't know what currency this actually is right here. I don't know if this is like the currency of Lebanon, because I know this theme park is set in Lebanon, I'm pretty sure. But that is a very big number, bloody hell. Anyway, let's just buy a ticket right here from the Fadbob. His fucking avatar is so beautiful. But yes, without further ado then, let's actually get into the park. And if you don't know Fadbob, basically he's built a bunch of parks in his Fadland chain, which you might have seen on other channels or his channel, of course. He's built like a ton of different actual theme parks right here, which I've seen some of them. I've not been able to look through all of them, but I have seen Friddle Capital, and of course I've seen this one right here. So we're going to be giving a little bit of a tour around and seeing all of this right here. Now first, I just want to... I was going to go to the coaster first, but look at this. We've got a photo up right here. Yes, beautiful. Ah, yes. Ah, gorgeous. But you can see that we've got a ton of stuff right here. Like, we've got a little Fadland store right here, which has all the little Technic stuff right here, which is a really cool little detail. And like past and stuff, we've got the Fadland fragrances, some nice clocks and photos. some just crates, because why not, I guess. And we've got a bunch of different shops. Sadly, I can't really look through all of them right here, but we've got, I'll say them at least. We've got I'm Pasta right here, which is Italian cuisine, $19 cafe, Coaster Diner, and a bunch of other stuff right here. You can see this is the little bit of a, like, midway games right here. We've got Coffee Crazy, which obviously goes with Coconut Crazy right here, which is going to be the first ride that we actually give a ride right here. Now, one thing that I do love about these parks right here is how he uses a lot of different levels and stuff like that, and how it's all on different levels. You can see there's a lot of stairs and there's a lot of different heights, which is something that a lot of people don't do, and it's something that I personally struggle with when building, and something that I've kind of challenged myself to do in Happening Point. So it's always great to see when there's that sort of stuff right here. So of course our first ride is right here, which is Coconut Crazy. But before we ride our first roller coaster here, have you heard of RCX? It's Theme Park Tycoon 2's biggest event ever made between me, Timon080, and Oni H, where we will be awarding some of the best creators in the entire community and showcasing small builders and creators with their booths and shops in the expo. It's going to be absolutely incredible and I cannot wait for it. But the one thing that I do want to advertise right here is that you can now go vote for your favorite creators for only a slight bit longer on the form, which will be linked down below on the top link. This one's really important because the main awards are literally worth over $100. Yes, that's right, $100. So make sure to go vote wisely so that your favorite creators, builders, and makers in the game get the awards they deserve this December at RCX. And with that ad read over, thank you all so much for listening through that, and let's go back to the video. I'm very excited to ride on here. I don't think I've actually given this a ride. I'm not sure. We'll scan our ride ticket right here, which I love how he's got these little things right here. It's a nice little detail. But we can just run through here, through this kind of nice queue. I like all the lights and the palm trees and stuff. Nice custom palm trees right there. And we can just run through and give us a ride. So, without further ado, guys, enjoy the POV. And there we go, guys. That was Coconut Crazy. How cool was that? I love the little, like, ending right here with the full, like, catwalk going all the way down right here. And he's even got a little mini transfer track with a little place to store it right here, which is a nice little detail. I love those sort of little details in, like, you know, parks like this. And I think over here, yes, we can actually come to our gift shop right here. Through the exit, obviously, it comes through here. And then we've got a little gift shop right here, which is really, really nice. We've got, we've got, I don't know what big BTS this is right here. For fuck's sake, the names of this fucking park are actually amazing. They are so beautiful. It's incredible. But yeah, no, a really, really cool ride right here. Very unique as well. And it's got its own little area almost, I guess, right here, with like the coffee shop, like I said earlier. But anyway, that was Coconut Crazy. Very cool ride. We're gonna move over to Elliptica. Yes, we're gonna hope that's how you say it right here. We're gonna scan our ride card, of course, and then we're gonna go run through right here. Now, I do love how just the realism of this park. Like, I kind of envy it a little bit because some things in this park are like really realistic, and I wish I could do such a good job in Happening Point because there's so many really cool little things which are really realistic, which I just don't really do in Happening Point because I'm not that big brain. But it's really, really cool. Like, you know, it's really cool to see. Not sure why I got on the ride right there while I was talking. That's some big brain of me right there while talking about being small brain. But yes, guys, without further ado, let's give a ride of Elliptica right here. So enjoy.
And there we go. What a cool ride was that. I mean, like, I love the custom supports and stuff, and it's really, really compact in this small amount of space right here. I really like that. And you can see we can even climb up right here. Like, here's a little bit of a behind the scenes, I guess, right here, as we do on the Kosii channel. We can actually go up this ladder if I just squeeze through. I might actually be a bit too thick. Yeah, I think I'm too thick to actually go through right here. Which explains a lot. Oh wait, no, I can budge through by the looks of it here, and we can go all the way up to the top right here, so that you can actually do, so that they could do maintenance and stuff on the ride right here, on the actual chain lift right here, which actually does have a little circle thing. I mean, it's those little details which really add a lot to a park and make it that extra bit special. Although I am now trapped here and I don't know how to get out. Okay, I might have slightly had to teleport to Fadland right there because I'm an idiot and got stuck, but the good thing is now is that I can actually come and look at the front because there's actually a Kosii's Cookies right here, which if you don't know, ages and ages ago, I made a cookie shop, like a cookie decal right here, which people could put into their games, and Fad actually put a Kosii's Cookies right at the front of his park right here, which I really, really love. It's got like a little Kosii's Cookies, and we also have a little burger moment right here as well, which is pretty cool. And there's even a little slushy shop here. There's so many shops in this place right here, which is really, really cool. We've also got Quantum Eatery as well, which you'll recognize probably from one of his other parks if you know about him, which I really like. It's got a nice little snug, you know, it's very snug in there, very small, very, very cool. But yeah, before we actually go on to another ride, I do actually want to quickly look at the mini mall. Now, we've got all these flat rides right here, which I'm not going to ride on today's video just because there's not really much point, but this mini mall right here is really, really cool, and it's got a lot of shops in it. So again, we can't go through every single shop right here, but you can see them right here a little bit. You can see some of the names and stuff right here. We've got Yo Mama Cafe and Obama #####. But yeah, there's some really, really cool things right here. This is Malibuma's favorite shop. Not because he's American. But no, yeah, you can see there's even more right here. We've got Cheesecake Factory. I think actually I recommended one. I don't know if it got added in. Oh yeah, and mine was Kosii's Cookies, obviously. It was at the front. Sorry, I'm stupid. But yeah, no, I mean, there's tons of shops right here, which we can't really look all through right here because there's just so many. But you can see there are some really cool ones. Alright, I'm coming. Speaking of food, I just got a Subway delivery. So I'm going to quickly eat this, and I'll be back soon, I guess. Okay, so now I've devoured that Subway right there, at least half of it. I'm going to leave the other half to after because they didn't toast it. And, oh, well, there's no point in there. It's going to be cold, isn't it? If you can't tell, I'm a little bit annoyed about that. But this mini mall is still really, really cool. You can see there's still loads more shops. I mean, I could go on forever looking at all these shops because there are so many shops right here. Even up here, we've got some little food trucks, which I didn't know about, which are very cool. And we have this nice little viewing bridge that goes over the log flume, which is going to be the next ride we have a go on here. Now, it's not the most exciting or interesting ride, but we're still going to give it a ride because I want to ride everything right here. So, without further ado, let's get on with it. And there we go, guys. That was Noob's Flume. Very, very cool right here. And I feel like this is a good time to mention, as we'll just walk through the park right here, that if you do want to see all the POVs of all these rides with their original audio on them, rather than, you know, like copyright-free music, and you want to see them at nighttime, daytime, and at dusk, then, you know, become a member. You can become a member for literally just 99p a month. You get a shout out in every single video and much, much more. So go check that out down below. Like I said, it's only 99p or about $1.30 a month. And trust me, it's really good. It's like the best value out of any single membership in the entire Theme Park Tycoon community. So trust me, you'll enjoy it. Go check it out. But anyway, next here we've got Acrobatica right here, which is the big main ride right here. And I'm very excited to actually give this one a ride. This is the one that I've been looking forward to, which is why I've left it to last, because I think this is the coolest one. Now we've got a bit of stuff right here, which we'll quickly read. You've been sent on a stunt fight to test an air stunt team's brand new plane, the SB300. You will enter a series of dangerous stunts to test the capabilities of the brand's new aircraft, including an IIO feed. 110-foot dive, multiple airtime hills, and even more airtime hills. It's a very, very cool ride right here. I'm very excited to give this one a try right here. And it's got a really good theme and a massive queue to it right here. I guess this is kind of like the big main ride of the entire park is what I'd say it is. And it's like a hypercoaster, even though it is technically a flawless, I guess. It's more of a hypercoaster. But without further ado, guys, let's go and give it a ride. Enjoy. What a cool ride here. That was a really, really cool ride. And I love, again, how it's got all these details with the transfer tracks and stuff like that. And also, I think it actually has a bit of a water launch here. So when you go through here, it looks like the water's splashing up. I mean, it's such a cool ride. I love the actual overlay that he's done with a single rail as well. It does definitely give that sort of hyper coaster feel, and I think, you know, it's probably one of the best hyper coaster overlays I've ever seen. It just works really well with a flawless coaster, I'm not gonna lie. It does just work really well, and we've even got a little custom plane right here. I mean, what's not to love about this? It is a really, really cool ride, and I think actually the exit right here, you'll see, goes over the train, which is always lovely, and it goes down here like so. A really cool ride. I actually really, really like that ride. Definitely my favorite ride here, I think. I mean, obviously it is the big main ride, so is it really surprising? But yeah, you know, still, I really, really like that. But sadly, except from a bunch more shops, as you can see right here, and a couple flat rides, that's basically everything in this park. You know, it's quite a big park, but a lot of it is actually just shops and stuff, which I'd love to show off, but I don't think it's the most interesting thing, me just going, look, there's a shop, there's another shop, look, there's a shop. But you know what, we'll end off here at Fad Bob's little celebration stage that he used to open the event right here, even though I probably shouldn't be using it. But yeah, no, guys, if you have enjoyed this video, please do leave a like and subscribe. Where does this go on the ranking? I'm gonna put this in 3rd place right now, which is in between, I think, Stealth Dynamics Mega Park and Mill and the Coaster Thirds Park right here, because it is a really, really cool park right here, and it's complete as well with a bunch of different roller coasters and rides. So I mean, it's hard for me to not put it, it's hard for me to put it any lower when it's this big of a park, and you know, to such a cool detail and level and stuff like that. But yeah, no, I really, really like this.
And now it's time to check out a legendary theme park from back in the day. Has the MC Man's custom Disneyland London park.
Hello you, it's Josh here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. Today, guys, we're going to be looking at this incredible park here by Has the MC Man called Disneyland London, which, if you remember last time, we looked at Stealth Dynamics Mega Park, probably one of the best theme parks or mega parks for roller coasters. But today, we're going to be looking at one of the best parks for roller coasters, which is very, I mean, sorry, not for roller coasters, for scenery, oh my god, which is absolutely insane, and I'm very, very, very excited to have a look around this right here. It has, obviously, Space Mountain, Indiana Jones, and a bunch of other things around here, including the Disneyland Castle, and so much more. And as you can see right here, guys, there's a lot for us to look at right here. It looks absolutely insane, and I cannot wait to have a look around this. So, without further ado, let's get on with it. So, of course, here we are at the entrance of the park right here, which is an absolute iconic building. You have probably seen this before, even if it isn't in this park, because I've seen this entrance right here recreated so many times right here, and there's a reason for it, and it's because it looks absolutely insane, and it's an incredible building right here. Honestly, it looks really cool right here, and it's not only just an entrance, but a bit of a hotel. And the especially cool thing about this is that if we run inside right here, you'll see that it actually has a full interior. Well, I'll say a full interior. It doesn't have a full interior, but you'll see that it has quite a bit of an interior right here. We have all these little rooms here, the sort of lobby area with these incredible chandeliers, and then we have even like little tables, a bar back here, and if we go up these stairs, you can see that we've actually got a couple floors of rooms right here, which I think we can run around right here, yes, and we can actually get to this floor of rooms right here, and you can see we've got all these lovely bedrooms. We've got this big open area right here with this fireplace, and of course, if we carry on down here, we've got even more rooms. I'm guessing it's supposed to be some bathrooms and a little restaurant over here, which looks really cool. We have this nice balcony which overlooks the Indiana Jones area, which is a really cool view to have, honestly. And of course, you can see up to the other floor right here, which sadly we can't walk up to, but it is just kind of the same as the floor below, where we have a bunch of different rooms, an elevator, and if we just come across here, the exact same thing with a bunch more rooms and stuff like that. And if we just jump off the side right here and run around, because I'm too lazy to walk all the way back around, we have obviously the entrance to Main Street here with this incredible gazebo. I mean, look at this gazebo, guys. It's got so much details. It's honestly crazy that people can build this detailed in Theme Park Tycoon 2. And the important thing to keep in mind is that if you don't already know, this park was built before the precision mode update. So you know how you can get the little like gyro thing and you can twist things around and basically do whatever you want with them. That was before that update, which means all of this was built without even rotating any parks. And it's crazy that he managed to put in so much detail into his shops and into his roofs and whatever else here without that update. It's actually, it's absolutely insane. And speaking of insane, look at this cover right here. Now, I think this is actually inspired by Disneyland Tokyo or something like that. I can't remember exactly, so please don't quote me on that. But I'm pretty sure it's a Asian version of Disneyland that has this sort of cover thing right here. And it is really cool and honestly quite realistic, because if you don't know, Disneyland London is obviously not a real park, but it's kind of his interpretation of what Disneyland would look like in London, which is really cool, honestly, because they were actually thinking at one point of putting a Disneyland in London, which may be the inspiration, I don't know, but it is a very cool thing to see, and it's quite realistic as well, because trust me, in the UK, it rains all the time, so a cover like this, it would definitely go over the main street, okay, because it would be constantly raining, and this would be a lovely place to just hang out when it's raining, you know, a very nice busy area with all these nice shops and restaurants and stuff right here, and then of course at the end we have this nice plaza with this incredible looking castle right here. I mean, look at this damn castle. It looks so cool, and sadly it isn't finished, as you can tell, but it is still really cool, and maybe probably one of the best Disneyland castles in the entire Theme Park Tycoon 2. I mean, that is absolutely insane, isn't it? Like, you know, it's such a cool castle right here. But anyway, guys, before we get onto these rides right here, I'd just like to remind you guys that you can become a member today. If you click that button down below, that little blue button that says join, you can become a member for literally 99p a month. And all these POVs that you're about to see here, you can see at dawn, nighttime, and obviously in the daytime, like you'll see today, but with the original audio as well. So for example, on Space Mountain, I know it has audio that actually goes to the ride, so it is all actually an audio ride, and it looks a little weird without the audio, but sadly it's copyrighted and I can't show that on YouTube. And same for all the other rides here. So if you do actually see them, I want to see them with the original audio and without without music or anything like that added in or whatever, then become a member today and you can access those videos along as much more, such as shoutouts and so much more. But enough of that, guys. Let's actually have a look at this area right here. And I mean, look at how cool this is. It has this really nice little flat ride right here, which is in the real Disney, I think it's in Disneyland or Disney World, I don't know, I'm not the best when it comes to Disneyland, although I'm sure someone will correct me down in the comments, and you know, I'll make sure to halt it if they do. But you can see right here, it's an absolutely insane ride right here, very cool. And we obviously have the entrance to Buzz Lightyear's right here, and we got this lovely Wish version of Buzz Lightyear, which I mean, it's good, but I can't look at it without laughing. I mean, it's so beautiful. And we obviously have this really cool blimp here sticking out, which I really like. It has that sort of steampunk vibe to it, you know, similar to Disneyland Paris's area, actually, I think is what this is inspired by. Obviously, because Disneyland Paris is in Europe, and so is this one because it's Disneyland London. So it's cool to see those sort of, you know, comparisons and those sort of similarities between the actual real Disneyland Paris and Disneyland London. But enough waffling, let's get on through into Space Mountain right here. So we're going to run through the queue like so, just all the way through here. Now this is a really cool queue, which I don't think I've ever been through before actually right here. And you can see, oh look at this, I think that's actually looking into the actual Space Mountain. You can see that there's the little ride there. And it's such a cool little queue here because it's got a very nice vibe to it. I mean, look at all these neon lights and stuff. You can actually see right here the train coming through. And it is a really, really cool design right here. It's very hard to see where you're going as well, but still a very, very cool ride. You can see this, look, there's a little mini version of it right here with the cannon, which looks very, very sick right here. But guys, without further ado, well, first of all, look at this insane station right here. This station is so cool, and I love this station so much. But guys, without further ado, let's actually get onto the ride. And there we go, guys. That was a pretty cool ride, wasn't it? And obviously we can come out here and we've got the ride photos here as well, which is pretty damn cool here. And of course we can run over here and we're back into this little plaza area, which just actually, it looks insane, this area. I still cannot get over how cool this area looks. And I love these rocks and stuff that he's got here. And obviously this little like submarine here, which I think is from 1,000 Leagues Under the Ocean or something like that. I can't remember the exact name off the top of my head, and I'm probably getting that wrong, but one of you will probably correct me down in the comments and I'll make sure to heart you if you do. But this area just looks really cool. But we're not going to stay here for much longer actually, because what we're now going to do is go over to the Indiana Jones Adventure area right here and go check that out. So let's go have a look at that. You can see we've got this really cool entrance here with these lights, which I really love right here. And of course when we get into here, we've got this lovely entrance area, this little town area right here, which kind of reminds me of Benji's movie parks at Tatooine actually, like the Star Wars area, which is very interesting because I completely did two different things, but for some reason it does remind me of it. I don't know honestly, but but it looks really cool right here. And you know, when you think about the fact that this was built literally like years ago compared to Benny's park, you can just see the absolute amazing amount of detail and stuff right here. It looks really cool. And then of course we have this gigantic pirate ship right here, which looks really cool. But obviously let's go get on Indiana Jones ride right here, here. Let's just go quickly run through. Wait, hang on. Okay, let's quickly run through the queue right here, which has this really nice, unique like fencing right here and stuff, and all these nice covers, which look very nice. Ooh, and we even go like through this little waterfall right here, which is very, very cool. And then obviously we get over here and we can now go jump on the ride. So without further ado, guys, let's get on the ride. Was that insane or not, guys? That was pretty damn cool right there. I love how like compact and tight it is right here. It's a really, really like small ride, but it kind of lends itself really to it because it gives that sort of you know, it gives a lot of head choppers and a lot of tight moments, which I really, really love right there. And it's a very, very cool ride for just such a small space. And obviously we can chutter run in here right here. And you can see we've got these lovely Indiana Jones Lego sets right here in this little gift shop. And then we can come back over here where we've got this nice waterfall. We've got this little rock thing built into the mountain here, which kind of looks like a school with loads of fountains into it. And like I promised before, guys, we will go check out Pirates of the Caribbean right here, even though it is not finished. We'll go here and give it a little bit of a ride right here. And you can see it's got this really, really cool like queue right here. And it's a real shame that this never actually got finished because the queue is so insane. But it is, you know, it is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. But I mean, that's basically everything to look at here, sadly, because this, you know, it actually just goes into a wall right here. But still a really cool queue, and I think it would have been a really cool ride if it was finished. But hey ho, it is what it is, isn't it? But with that, that's actually the entire park done right here, which is a shame because it is a really cool park, this, and I kind of wish it was finished. But at the end of the day, it is what it is, and has obviously started on a brand new project with an even better Space Mountain / Discovery Mountain thing right here, and an even better entrance and stuff like that. So if you do want to see that, actually, guys, do leave a like on the video. If we hit 100 likes, I'd say I'll do that. But something new before we actually end off this video right here is that I do actually want to go through a new little leaderboard thing that I'm going to be doing. So every single time I showcase off a park right here, it's going to go onto a leaderboard. So if it makes it in the top 10, it will go onto a little leaderboard right here. Now, obviously, last week and the only park we've and the other park we've showcased right here is obviously Stealth Dynamics Mega Park right here. Now, I would actually say this might beat that. So I'm going to put this one in first place. Now, there's a couple reasons for that. First of all, this park was built by Just Has, whereas his park was built by the entire of Stealth Dynamics. And also, this park has just such insane amounts of scenery in it, and it just looks so cool right here that I feel like it has to go in front of Stealth Dynamics Mega Park, doesn't it, really? I mean, Stealth Dynamics Mega Park, I'd say, does have better coasters, but this park has pretty damn good coasters, and it has some really, really good scenery right here. And especially seeing as this was built way long ago, I'd say this has to go in first place right here, sadly for Stealth.
Finally, I'm taking a look at Stealth Dynamics' huge mega park featuring 3 of the biggest coasters in Theme Park Tycoon 2.
Hello Hello you, it's Josh here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to a brand new video. Today guys, we're going to be having a look at Stealth Dynamics' absolutely incredible mega park. Probably one of the biggest and best mega parks in the entire Theme Park Tycoon 2, and I would say one of the most well known as well. It has a massive T-Rex single rail coaster right here, which you can see in the background, as long as two other coasters, a massive tower, which is the biggest tower ever built in Theme Park Tycoon 2, and a ton of other theming. So we're going to be having a look around it today. You may have seen this park before, but I'm going to be giving you a little bit more interesting stuff as well here. So make sure to watch it all the way to the end right here, so you can see some more behind the scenes and some more interesting stuff, as I've actually worked with Stealth Dynamics while recording this park and seeing him build this park and stuff like that. But without further ado, let's get on with it. But as you'll have seen in the cinematics at the start, we've got three coasters right here. We've got Blackbird, which is the big, massive single rail coaster right here. Big, massive T-Rex coaster right here. Thunderbird right here, which is an inverted coaster right here, which is pretty nice. And the newest one, which you might not have actually seen on a lot of other people's channels, like Maliboomers and people like that, which is Blue Angels, which is a massive launch coaster right here, which is one of my favorite coasters in the game. Now, it's completely up to you on which one is your favorite coaster out of the entire three right here, but I think my favorite is Blackbird, which is the first one we're actually going to ride on right here. So we're going to go through the supersonic pass because I'm just that fast, you know. I'm like Usain Bolt, what can I say? You know, But you can see right here that we're just going to run through here. We've got this incredible jet right here, which looks absolutely insane. You can see this is a recreation of a real jet right there. Oh, just took a little adventure through the wall right here. You see this massive jet right here on this pedestal, which looks absolutely insane. Loads and loads of little details on it and stuff like that. Including, you can see even we've got like pipes going up the back through here and the ties and stuff like that, which looks absolutely insane. I love how this looks right here. Really, really cool. And then, of course, we have our first pre-show of the entire place right here. Now, I sadly can't show you our audio right here, but I can show you the little effects and stuff like that. So, right here, basically, what we do is we can just click this big button right here, and we'll have this little bit of a plasma sort of nuclear reactor. I think this is a nuclear reactor right here, and you can see right here, it kind of blows up and goes wrong or stuff like that, which is really cool. And then we can run through here, through all these corridors, and then we're actually straight into the station right here, ready to ride Blackbird. Now we have these massive doors right here, which open out and allow obviously the coaster to go through. Some other little details in the station while we wait right here, which I love, is that you can see over here, oh, let me just get out of here. You see over here that we've got these CCTV cameras right here, which actually look like the actual ride right here. It's not just random fuzziness or stuff like that. It's got that lovely little detail of having like all of the actual coasters come through here. And of course, we have all our different rows right here where you can actually get onto the ride, and I really love all of these little details and stuff. Oh, well, we just missed that train right here, but this does mean that we can see this closing right here, which is quite nice. So I guess we'll have a look at that. You can see right there that it's an actual working door, which is pretty sick, to be honest, and I do like that. But anyway, without further ado, guys, I know you guys are all waiting for it. You don't want to hear me rambling, okay? Let's actually give a ride of this so you guys can see the POV. there we go, guys. There it is, Blackbird, an absolutely insane ride. And I'd just like to also show off right here, because you've probably never actually seen this before right here, but you can actually see that it's got a full switch track and stuff back here, which is really cool. And it's a nice little detail which a lot of coasters don't do, but it is a really advanced, like, proper switch track right here with little bits going around, all this sort of stuff, with the motors and everything. Even in here you can see we've got trains being stored and everything like that. It's a very cool detail which you never actually really see in the game. Not to mention, of course, that this was probably, and I'm pretty sure that this is true, this is actually the first ever T-Rex coaster in Theme Park Tycoon 2. So this is the first ever T-Rex single rail coaster, which is like this. Obviously, single rails are a big thing in the game, and plenty of people have built single rails before, but this is the first T-Rex single rail to ever be built in the game, which is pretty cool, to be honest, if you ask me. And although I'd love to show you, this sequence is about 9 minutes long, apparently, but I just found out secretly that you can actually click this button right here, and this door opens. But anyway, that's enough of that. We can actually go through the exit right here. You can see we've got these really cool planes again right here, which is really cool to see. A very unique use of the actual, like, the actual snowy tree right here to make, like, a cone right here, which is something that Stealth Dynamics have been doing for ages, but it's something that no one ever really uses right here. And you can also see right here, that's something that's quite cool, is that you can click on these images right here, and it'll actually say what they are right here, which is kind of interesting. And of course, we have a nice little gift shop right here, and I love these little gift shops that they have right here, especially these little statues that they have of the Stealth Dynamics logo. A really cool thing right here. And you can see we've also got some photos and stuff right here, the Dynamics nano coasters and stuff like that, which I think is a really cool touch right here. And to be honest, it makes a really nice thing. And speaking of really nice things right here, you can see we've also got custom ride photos right here, which is really cool if you ask me. And I'm pretty sure I'm actually on one of these, if I remember rightly. I can't remember. I might be in one of the back seats or something. I don't know, honestly. But still, a really cool ride right there. But anyway, let's stop rambling on about that ride, because we've got 2 other rides to ride right here, and I don't want this video to be like 30 minutes long. So next, we've got Thunderbird right here, which, as you can see right here, is a nice inverted coaster which runs throughout this area. Obviously, a lot smaller than the other 2 rides in the park, but still quite a noble ride. So let's actually give this a ride right here before we go on the final big massive ride, which you guys are probably very excited for because you have never seen before. So let's actually give this a ride right here. Something really cool to notice right here is that there's a little tester ride thing, so you can see if you can fit in and stuff like that. Something that a lot of real rides do, but you don't really see in Theme Park Tycoon 2 again. Got this nice little thingy with this trophy. We're going to go through the standard one because I want to see all these little details. I don't think I've ever actually been through the standard queue right here. And you can see that we just basically come through here. We've got some nice photos and stuff, which eventually brings us up to here. We've got this nice window, which you can see through and all that sort of stuff right here. Some nice photos of planes, of course, seeing as that's the whole theme. And it looks like the train's actually going, so we're going to go there, go in that after. Just like the other one, we've got a nice little ride-up booth right here, which is very nicely detailed and stuff like that. And something really cool right here is you've actually got all of the electricity and stuff running throughout here, and all the bars which normally go around inverts. I'm pretty sure this is to stop you banging your heads on the things. I don't know if that's why or why it actually is, but this is a real thing that they have in a lot of inverts, at least the ones that I've been on, like Nemesis and stuff like that. They have these bars over here to protect your head, I guess. I don't know exactly, but it looks very cool, and it's nice to see that little bit of realism as well, along with also the tires and stuff, which is, it's just a lot of really nice details in here, which looks really cool. But let's stop rambling on, as always, and let's get on that POV right here. So, without further ado, enjoy. And there we go, guys. A bit of a short ride, but still very, very cool right here. We can obviously run down, and again, we've got a nice gift shop. I actually prefer this gift shop a lot more because it's got like this little thing in the middle right here with all the costumes and stuff. And of course, we've got loads of this, and I really like these shelves that they've got here. And if I'm right, I actually did get in a ride photo of this. I don't know if it's actually going to be displayed on here, but we can have a look. Am I on? Oh, there I am. There we go. Look, I told you, I knew I was on one of these right here. You can see me there in my lovely little merch right there, which you can buy, by the way. You can buy, by the way. But there we go, yes. You can see I'm actually on these ride photos right here, and I really love these ride photos. It's something that I might actually maybe steal for my own thing, because I think it's a really cool idea right here to have like the ride photos and stuff and actually get people to come on the rides and take photos of them. It's a really, really interesting idea. One thing that I did actually want to mention, because I don't think this was here before last time I saw, and it's a really, really cool feature, is that if you actually look here, there is a little trail right here that goes over this right here, down here, and we have this massive ladder right here going all the way up to this catwalk right here, which I'm not sure is the most realistic thing ever, but it is definitely a really, really cool thing right here. And I love the little bit of extra realism right here. I mean, let's be honest, this ride isn't the most realistic thing ever, but it is an extremely cool thing to see realism even on these sort of rides. And also with the footers as well, with the individual bolts going into them, you know, those sort of little details and stuff like that really adds a lot extra to the rides right here, and I think it makes it a lot more unique and just better overall. I really, really love those little bits of realism, even in a coaster that maybe isn't too realistic. But before we actually get onto our last roller coaster right here, we're obviously going to have a look at this very, very impressive, I think 418 feet tall tower right here. It is absolutely fucking insane, this building right here. And fun fact, I do actually have an office up here. If I let's see if I can actually find it. If we go up to the top, I do actually have an office in here somewhere. Oh, here it is. I found it. You can see I actually do have a little office because I used to edit for Stealth Dynamics right here. So I got an office which has an incredible view of Blackbird right here. You can see we've got some nice bookshelves and stuff like this, and we've got like a desk, some, you know, monitors and stuff like that. And we've obviously got my little plaque right here for being best creator in Theme Park Tycoon 2. 2 years running now, guys. 2 years running. And we also have other people here like Fad Bob. And you can see if we just go up and around, there's tons of other people right here which have their own little thing, and there's Stealth standing up on his nice little penthouse right there, loving life by the looks of it. But this tower is absolutely insane, and I wish we could go around it and look at every single thing, but obviously there is so much right here to actually look at that I think it would even be its own video right here. So if you do want to see you know, its own video on this right here, then please do leave a like down below. You know, if we get enough likes, I might actually do a tour on this you know, tower itself right here if you guys are interested. And also leave a comment, I guess, if you're interested. But yeah, you can see it, and it's an absolutely incredible thing. But we don't have enough time to tour it today, okay? We only have enough time to do the roller coasters, okay? Speaking of roller coasters, let's actually head over to the very, very last coaster right here, which is the Blue Angels, I think so, right? Yes? Yes, Blue Angels right here, which is a really, really cool ride, which you won't have probably seen many other places. Like I said, Malaboomer's video is one of the biggest videos on this, but it doesn't actually include this roller coaster right here. So, it's actually something that you may have never seen before right here, but is an absolutely insane roller coaster right here, which you know, I think we should actually get on riding right here. So we're going to run through the standard express right here. This one doesn't have as interesting of a queue because it's actually going through the building right here, but you can see it's just a fairly simple queue right here with some nice paintings on the wall, as well as like as well as planes and stuff like that. And then we have our station right here. So guys, you know the drill, let's get on with the POV. Okay, well, that was pretty insane right there. I've only rode that like once or twice, I think, right here. And it is an absolutely insane roller coaster, honestly. And I have actually found my way up to the little control tower right here, which is something that you will definitely have never seen before, I don't think, right here. Which, again, has all the CCTV of all the different areas, which is a really, really cool thing. What I would love to see, maybe not from this park, obviously, but some other park, maybe not even Stealth Dynamics, is this actually has a video on it, so it actually changes, you know, as it goes, and it kind of looks like it works. It might not synchronize up, or maybe you could even synchronize it up and make it trigger when it actually comes onto a piece of track right here, so it actually looks like a proper CCTV thing. I think that would be really, really cool. Maybe a little bit hard to pull off, but I don't know, maybe give it a try, somebody out there. If you do it, tell me, you know, join my Discord, send me a photo. I will, you know, that would be absolutely insane if you have ever done anything like that. And of course, we've got a lovely switch track right here, which I really, really like, again, with the motor and everything right here. It just looks so cool, and it's really, really well done, honestly. So, you know, I'm going to show it you, obviously, aren't I, guys? I'm going to show it you. But with that, that's actually all the roller coasters done. But don't click off yet, guys. Don't click off yet, because I'm going to show you something that you will have never seen before again right here, which is this at nighttime. I don't think this has ever actually been shown on YouTube at nighttime. So I'm going to turn it at night right now, and I'm going to give you a little overview of what this actually looks like at night. And here we go, guys. It is now nighttime, and look at how insane this looks right here. Of course, we've got Blackbird with its incredible red lighting going all the way up right here, which Roblox is kind of struggling to load in right here because it's so massive. But you can see right here that it's all nicely lit up right here. And then all the way down, if we come back down here, we've got this massive fountain lit up with different colors going all the way around right here, which looks really, really cool right here. And it gives it a really, really nice vibe going around here. I do kind of wish the other coasters were a little bit better, you know, going all the way around the track and stuff like that with some spotlights or whatever. But we obviously also have the runway all lit up right here. Now, what I'm going to do, guys, is if you want to see all these POVs of all of these free rides, right, with the original audio and in nighttime and at dawn, so you can see at day, night, and dawn right here, then all you need to do is click the little join button down below. There's a little join button which now has appeared on the channel. You can now become a member. You get loads of stuff, including early access to videos, you get exclusive POVs that nobody else has ever seen. You get early access to showcasing your park streams and so much more. So go check that out if you do want to actually see the POV of this at nighttime and at dawn with its original audios on each of the coasters right here. So go check that out, guys. But except from that, that is pretty much everything right here. It's been absolutely amazing touring this park. If you do want to see some Stealth Dynamics other things, because they are working on some other stuff right now, and they do also have some other projects, like I said earlier, leave a like. I'll just do a tour on this tower right here and on some other stuff if you guys want to see that. But just leave a like and tell me down in the comments if you do want to see that. And of course, I will do it, guys. I will do it right here, you know. I'll ask Stealth and I will force him to come into this damn game. And I will tour around his park for half an hour and waste half an hour of his life. But anyway, guys, that's basically going to wrap it up for today. Go check out Stealth Dynamics. Obviously, their link is going to be down below, and you can go actually subscribe to them and all that sort of stuff. Here's all the Patrons and stuff obviously coming up on screen. I hope it's coming up on screen. If not, then I've scammed them out of it. No, no joking. But here's all the channel members, Patrons, and Twitch subscribers for this month. But except from that, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all in another one. Goodbye.